Yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
here again with
Oh,
two people missing,
yeah.
but two different people this time.
That's right.
Yeah.
You'll never know who's
The
missing.
other two are
Musical
back.
chairs.
Yep,
Yeah,
we
played musical
swap
chairs.
with our previous two missing people. The others are unfortunately ill. They have one's got the Ford Field flu and the other one's
Ugh.
got dog flu.
And unfortunately, I don't get to rotate out at all because I have to be here.
Yes, if
I
we
am
ever
the
are never on,
mandatory person.
we could all be available, and if Brendan's not available, then
That's
well,
nothing.
we're just
Yeah.
not doing this.
You guys get to do like a battle royale one shot or something.
How? I don't have anything to stream to your channel.
Yeah, but you guys can just do it to yourselves.
Just do it to yourself.
We could just do it to ourselves.
We'll just record ourselves and then post it to your YouTube later.
Yeah.
It'll be the lost episode.
Ooh, I love it.
Episode.
For a little bit there, I almost made a Christmas themed episode where I was gonna take all the players away for a second to do something Christmas related, but I never had time to make it. So
Aw.
Oh.
maybe
Oh,
another
well.
maybe another day, another time. It's
Next
gonna be something
time.
really, really dumb too. Like you had to go save like this world's version of Santa, and he was gonna end up being like this evil Krampus character you had to fight.
I'm
That is
into it.
great.
I'm
I'm
already
into it
into
too.
it.
There's
you guys ever-
actually on Kickstarter. There's actually like a 3 like compendium series. I think it's called Claus, where it's like a 5e supplement where like it's
Oh,
the
that's
world
amazing.
of Santa Claus. Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Rare Export? I think it's like a Danish, like it's
Oh,
like a
yes.
horror
Yep.
Christmas movie where they capture a Santa Claus, like these like trappers or whatever, and he's like all like he's like feral almost, like he's like evil. And it turns out like they captured like this evil Santa and they want to like, ship him out and make all this money from like the journalists and reporters. The movie's like super like weird, but it's really good.
I've heard of that one. Yep.
It's on Amazon. I recommend it. It's not. It's like it's a Christmas horror movie, but it's not really scary. It's just really like
Yeah.
weird. And Santa Claus turns out to be a giant block of evil ice, basically.
Oh,
Oh, there you
more
go.
you know.
It's very
As we all knew he was.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
of
like
course,
blends. It blends like the Santa Claus, like modern Santa Claus mythos, with like the more old world kind of like Santa will give you presents, but if you're bad, he'll take you to hell and skin you alive and feed you to his dogs, kind of thing. So.
As Santa is known to do.
And,
Yeah.
that's what Santa does before
of course,
Coca-Cola
of
got a
course.
hold of him, and then he
Yeah.
became the jolly fat red guy.
Because Coca-Cola is more powerful than any eldritch horror. That you
Yes,
can
yes,
Oh, boy.
Coca-Cola has more power.
Their
Hey,
brand
there-
recognition is like bar none.
Yeah, no, it's that in Disney for real.
Yeah.
There's
Sitting
a
at the top,
conspiracy.
it's thrown.
There's a conspiracy theory that the whole New Coke thing was actually an elaborate like hoax, not a hoax, but like an elaborate marketing ploy to tank Pepsi or
Yep.
tank Coke, bring the old Coke back, and then in the process tank Pepsi. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
Because
You
everyone
know-
was clamoring for the old Coke,
Yeah.
which they did on purpose, so
Yeah.
that when they brought the old Coke back, they can mark it up.
Yeah.
Well,
And
they
not
changed.
tell
They
them.
did change the formula of the Coca-Cola Classic is now high fructose corn syrup, and people
Yes.
didn't realize it, and that was
Yes.
the big thing. They saved
That
a
was
whole bunch of
another
money.
big push for it. That is true. For a little bit there, when I think it was Stranger Things 3 came out, that they had New
Yeah.
Coke featured in the show, and Coke came back out with New Coke, but
Yeah.
you had to
New
buy
Coke.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, new Coke, but you had to buy it in like this special Stranger Things like pack. It was like $40
Yeah.
to get a T-shirt and 2 cans of New Coke, and I'm
Oh,
like,
nice.
I really want to try this, but I'm not spending $40. They should have just released it as like a 12 pack in the grocery store for
Right.
the summer and been like, New Coke's back.
It's like
Well-
Crystal Pepsi. They do that every
Yeah,
couple of years.
yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
You know
Neo
what? I
Coke.
guarantee, like our generation, like the people who've heard our parents talk about this New Coke shit, never tried it. We go out and buy it. I will buy a 12 pack of New Coke. I'll pay $10 for a 12 pack of New Coke.
Just
That's
We'll
what
make it
Coke
happen.
charges for their stupid like special flavor ones, like Dream and Atlantis and
Oh yeah, the Dream or
Starlight.
Space.
Space. What's the flavor of Starlight? It's just Starlight. flavor.
abstract concept.
Yeah,
I
it's like, what?
guarantee you,
Tastes
that
like
they
cotton
are-
candy to me.
they are building the infinity gems of soda, and they're just waiting. They're just like, all right, we have space.
We're gonna snap
Time,
Pepsi out of
Coke.
existence.
Whoever the CEO of Coke just has a giant like pop like aluminum can
waiting.
infinity gauntlet, and he's just locking the cans into it.
I can see
He's
it.
gonna
I love
snap
it.
Mountain Dew off the map.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, welcome everyone. I hope you
Let's do
enjoyed
it.
this little tangent down our soda pop lane.
Soda pop.
So
lane.
yeah, let's why don't we go ahead and start the session?
Yeah.
As I said before, we are down our Sentinel and our Ruma
Ruma.
today,
Oh, actually,
which
yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the
Feels good.
lovely little photo I posted of Ruma in
I
the
did.
Discord. This is not for the audience. This is for
No.
my players, but there's an adorable little picture of our Ruma player, good old Matt, sleeping with a dog on his chest that I took this weekend.
He was very cute.
He was adorable. That dog loved him. But yeah, so that was fun. So yes, last week's session was pretty eventful. The party, after obtaining the golden thread, left the Abbey after doing a quick conversation with Ozymandias and the cult of Braska, who are like, "Great, you found the thread. We're so happy you found it. Now you can go and do all the evil things that we prophesized that you'll do." And you guys are like,
Okay.
big old middle finger to that, and took off. Headed out back to Erskine, or Uskarn, as we determined, because I had misspelled it on the map. It's like east and west.
Weast.
Weast.
East, yeah, West and West.
Yep. So you guys went there. You dropped the golden thread off in the draft sail to Watu, who began working on creating your sail to take you into the fog. You guys decided to take a quick detour to Cut Fun Island to see how
Oh,
the
yeah,
theme
I
park
forgot
was
about
doing after the supposed attack from the Alabaster Keep. And when you arrived, it was just destroyed and like bombed out. You found out that the Dolphins did warn the people, and good old Otis hopped in his pleasure yacht and took off without really doing anything. And the whole town got bombed out and had to defend themselves. And now there are a ton of refugees that they're waiting for the Vanetarian Navy to show up and rescue. Their theme park will probably
We
not
tried our
reopen.
best.
You
We
did
tried
it.
our best to tell them that was
Yeah, we
coming.
gave them warning. That's all
We
You
sent the
also-
Dolphins.
You sent the Dolphins. And if I remember right, one of the guards made the comment how the Dolphins kept making like vulgar gestures to them and stuff like that too. So that was
Dolphins in
and
this universe are
very
just
very
wild.
nasty,
obscene.
very obscene Dolphins.
Not unlike the Dolphins we have in our universe.
Right, yeah, I know.
Very similar to real dolphins.
Incredibly. Anyways, you guys decided to check out Otis Mush's office, where you found a hidden safe behind a portrait of him that contained a bunch of money and also the a evil cookbook that he used to summon and bind the Alabaster Keep and its crew to him. And when I mean an evil cookbook, I mean it's literally a book of recipes that when you bake and or cook them, evil things happen.
Volume 19 of 52. I
Volume
believe.
19 of whatever, 52.
I think it was 52. It's some ridiculously large number like that.
That's hysterical.
They found out more about the volumes from Lilith. Brennan had to kind of go inside.
We
himself
had no
to
idea
talk
what
to
was
Lilith.
going on, so it.
Sentinel was like, "I'm gonna make
Had to
one of the
contact
recipes out of
Patron.
this, guys." He's like, "I'm gonna pick this one."
That
And
sounds like a bad idea.
Darby's like, "I'm gonna ask Lilith what this
Let's
book is."
not
real
do
quick."
that before we know what's going on.
Yeah. So you guys did that. You headed back to Erskine or Uskarn, either or, however you want to pronounce it. Got your sail. We determined it depends on the dialect of where you're from,
Yeah.
of how you
It's
pronounce
a
it.
regional
Yeah, that
dialect.
makes sense. Yeah,
Sure.
that makes sense.
Hopped in your ship, took off for the fog wall. As you began making your way there, the Alabaster Keep emerged from the sea and began chasing you. And you entered the fog wall, where everything is, it's so foggy you can't really see. And you kind of did like a submarine warfare style battle where the whole map was like dark except for like your boat, and you had to sail around and they were sailing around looking for you, and you had to like be stealthy. But the party decided not to be stealthy and decided to find the enemy ship and just continuously ram it over and over
That's
and over
what-
again.
That's what we do. That is
Yep.
what we do.
I think your ship was near sinking the entire battle because you just kept
proud.
hitting their boat.
I think I might
I'm
still have
very
the
proud.
HP on my extras. Oh, nope, I don't. Dang.
Why on earth would we do anything else?
It got
That's
low
right.
though. It
That
got to
is-
like
that is
100 somehow.
Very
Yeah, they were powerful.
solid tactic.
I mean, hey.
But regardless, you didn't sink them from a crash. You sank them by shooting your ballistas at them at the end because they
We
were
did
so
shoot
low on
them.
their hit points. But the Alabaster Keep finally sank,
Nice.
which we'll have more about that in a little bit. But regardless, you continued on through the fog, eventually arriving at the edge of the fog on the other side. Thrilled to finally be rid of it. The armored badger exited the fog only to realize that they were now in a giant lightning storm and a whirlpool, which proceeded to suck the ship to the center and sink it with everyone in it. And the party ended with a TPK, and that is actually the end of the entire campaign. Everyone, thank you for
Yeah, you
playing.
still
I
got
just
that
wanted
memo
to-
for new characters, right?
Yeah, everyone's got their new characters ready. We're starting
Yeah.
back in high water. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
The entire party awoke in a strange new place, a room that has like coral walls, huge table of food, this big locked door off in like the corner and stuff. Everyone kind of got up and was kind of really like, what's going on? There were 7 other sleeping men around you guys. You woke them up. You kind of began talking, discussing things like, why are you here? Where are we? No one really knows where they are, but they were all sunk on the high seas. And there's a lot of you. You met Galio Hersham, who's a Sylvanian halfling. There's Pat Jam, a human blacksmith, Ambrose Potter, a human apothecary, Caliban, an elf seer, Yis, a dwarf scout, Rogar Hammersmack, a dusk elf merchant, and Horst, who is a human with a scar over his eye. Upon discussing how you all got there, the door finally opened and a large, like 8-foot man stepped inside with like translucent skin. He had like water in his body with waves swirling. You could see like fish and sea creatures like in his body. And he informed you that his name is Chris Waveson, and he welcomed you as contestants on this 19th season of the KRAKENACHELORETTE.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Now, question.
If
which
the question
that's-
is, does Prince Safarin know what this is? The answer is yes.
Yeah! I was like, I would watch this
Yes.
show.
You are well aware. Everyone
Prince
else,
Safarin, you
we're
were
so
probably
confused.
very aware of what's going on. If you have any like questions to me, just ping me real quick and I'll give you short
I think
answers.
I think I got it. I think we're good.
Yep.
This is one of the many shows that I watch.
Yes, the KRAKENACHELORETTE is a very popular show, and you are all now contestants on the 19th season. Congratulations, everyone.
Oh my
No,
goodness!
Don't like this.
I saw the coral walls and I was like, we're on this set of the KRAKENACHELORETTE. This is so fantastic.
And I'll go ahead and get the music going for tonight. Where is the music?
It would be a
Where's my
long few days on this, isn't it?
It depends on if you get a conch shell or whatever they're doing this season.
Oh, I have to remember, what do you guys get? 'Cause
Sometimes it is a starfish, sometimes it's a conch shell, but they always change it.
Right. Keep it interesting, right?
Oh, I hope my...
barnacles. They give barnacles out.
Barnacles, yes.
Oh,
I hope
this
my slaves are watching.
file is too big. Dang. Okay, we'll use this one then.
Hey, that's our guy. Can you imagine having an entire realm rooting for you because you're the only person from that realm on the show?
I love it.
I could not use the music I wanted to, but we'll use this.
That would be... So would say it.
Guess you will be our resident expert here, Prince Safarin, because I have no idea how we ended up here. Last thing I remember is being on our ship.
Oh yes,
Yep.
I
Think
remember
about
there was
drowning.
quite a lot of water. I saw that you guys could not breathe. That is very disconcerting. You should work on finding a way to do that.
Will do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I would not have drowned because I don't need to breathe. So I would have just like hung out and then been like, "Yay, we're gonna be on the show the whole time."
Do we have
Until-
any clue
until
what
you guys
happened to
came
Armor Badger?
No, not like I said. You guys just woke up in this room with
Yeah.
these 7 other men, and this giant translucent wave man just came in and just told you that you're on this game show. You don't know what, besides Prince Safarin, obviously, you don't know what it is. You don't know who these people are.
Nope.
You converse with these other 7, so you have an idea of who they are, but they're just as confused as you are. You were just completely lost. And this guy's like 8 feet tall, and he's just standing there, smiling with his arms crossed.
Well,
Ugh.
if it's a game, hopefully that means we can find a way to win it.
It's not quite a game.
It is a very good game. It is a dating game.
Yes, it is more like an opportunity to find a beautiful moment with each other.
It's a lot harder.
But
to
there
see
are
with this.
challenges, and there are different things, and sometimes the people, they have their little space where they go into the confessionals, and then you say some things, and it is a fantastic show.
Well, I'm glad you're thrilled, Prince Safarin,
Yeah.
because
Yes, yes,
makes
of course
me
I am thrilled. I get to be here with my new friends and crewmates.
We are very excited to have a special honored guest on this season of the show, Prince.
Ah, yes, I am also very excited. Had I known I was here, I would have made sure I had a more fitting introduction as befits my station. But as you can see, I am currently with some lessons here, who I am super excited to introduce to everyone. Back home, are we on yet, or does it start later?
Oh, we have been on since you all awoke.
Ah,
Oh,
hello,
hi.
everyone. Hello, father. I am on
where
the
he's
screen.
waiting.
So, Prince
Just-
Safarin,
just
you would
hiding it.
know all of the cameras, there's these barnacles with eyes like plastered all over the walls. You can actually see the eyeballs on these things like moving around. So if you just wave to one of them, eventually that shot might get picked
Yeah.
up for broadcast.
I'll just start waving at different things and be like, I am so excited. I am here on the show
Right.
with my friends from the material plane. Look at them. They are as squishy as you think they would be. Like I said, these are the people. Not everyone, but these are the people.
The Galio, the Sylvanian halfling, pipes up as Prince Safarin is talking into one of these barnacles. He goes, "Oh, excuse me. I didn't sign up for any game show, or game, or love dating thing. I don't know about the rest of you. We didn't
Nope.
really get that far."
Wasn't fully aware of what was going on. But no, I've never signed up for anything like this.
All I did was sink our ship.
Yeah.
Well, that is okay. So this is a surprise game show for the lot of you. And we are most
so.
excited to have a fresh new batch of contestants to meet our lovely KRAKENACHELORETTE this year.
Oh, so we're not expected to romance each other. We're all competing for.
You are
someone
all
else?
competing to romance a fine young lady.
Oh,
That would be such
Okay.
a scandal. Two of the contestants romancing each other. I would never have seen it in all 1,500 seasons I have watched.
Yes, when we say season 19, this is technically season 19 of the 400th iteration of the show.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yes.
That's how that works, I guess.
I assume your math is correct on that one.
Yeah.
This season we have added a party bus.
Oh,
Ooh.
fantastic.
Whatever that is, sure.
Are there
Yes,
any
it happens to be.
questions onto the game from my contestants before I take you to meet this season's KRAKENACHELORETTE?
I guess my first question would be, what do we win if this is a game? What's
Yeah,
the
what are the
prize?
prizes?
The love of the young lady.
And if we lose,
That's it.
You
Like,
will
there's
be
no other-
eliminated from the game.
Oh, so like we can leave if we get
Ye-
eliminated?
You will leave, yes.
where
Yes.
to?
Why are you saying it in that way?
Because you would be eliminated. He said
You are
it.
eliminated
He makes
from the
perfect sense.
game.
From the game.
In what way? Like, I get we're eliminated from the game and we're not allowed to participate anymore. But
Yeah,
where do
what
we
is
end
what is
up?
the process of
Like, do we go
elimination?
home or are we just like stuck here forever? Like, is there somewhere?
Prince, I do not understand your friends. The concept of elimination is just elimination.
Yes, they are from the material plane, as I said.
Ah,
before.
the
They-
material plane is difficult to deal with.
Yes.
So we're not
exactly.
on the material plane anymore?
You are on sort of the material plane. You are in the Aquine Empire.
Yes.
Because I know what that is. Fantastic.
Sure, it's been there the whole time. Yep. Read
It
lots
has.
of books on it.
Really?
No.
I will start speaking in the primordial tongue of that area. to him.
Primordial.
Lots of bloops and bloops and crashing waves and rushing river current sounds.
Just say no in Sylvani.
If there are no other questions, I will take you now to meet this season's KRAKENACHELORETTE.
Well,
Sure,
if you're not going to answer my previous question, I guess I don't have any more.
I'm sure I'll
Excellent.
have some later, but not now.
I enjoy contestants who are most agreeable. He turns. He has some attendants with him too. You notice that aren't quite as large as he is. They're maybe like 6 feet tall or like Roomba size. Same translucent skin, like the water in the bodies with sea creatures and stuff, kind of sailing around. You can actually kind of see like sort of what their internal organs might be through their skin. It's a very chirpy kind of look. And I will pull us off the Welcome to Elyssia page, which I should have done a second ago, and put us on the mansions page. So you guys have started in the bottom left here. There are no pawns. This map is mostly just for reference for you guys of what the area you are in is, but you've started down here.
Oh, I can do.
And you will be led to a brand new area, which I will reveal for you.
Whoa. That's a big area.
Yep.
About to zoom out a little bit.
All right, so you follow Chris. You are led through coral illuminated tunnels. Windows to the outside show that you are deep under the sea with a multitude of different sea life swimming to and fro. Some of the creatures are common. Some of them are things you could only imagine from your wildest nightmares. Finally, you are brought into another well-lit palace-like room. Multiple seats are spread about this massive chamber. At the center, a large blue fire burns and illuminates the room. Standing by the fire, almost like a prisoner in her own hellscape, Nat taps her foot angrily. She's adorned in a very floofy dress. I would like for you to meet this season's KRAKENACHELORETTE, Natalie Trick, who just came to us but mere moments ago.
You know, when you said KRAKENACHELORETTE, I kind of expected a giant sea monster.
So did
It will make an appearance later.
Of course, of course. Don't want to spoil the mid-season, whatever.
Yes. Do not spoil it for the people at home.
I'll do my
So,
best.
so the contestant on the other end of this doesn't have free will in this situation either. Then wonderful.
She has complete free will.
She arrived
Free will
here
to
of her own
choose the
bidding
one that she wishes to love.
of
Yes, ma'am.
12 people.
Is this
Yes.
not what you lesser beings enjoy? To
This
love
is
and to make the procreation. This is
No.
what we have observed.
Well,
yes,
we
you
need a
do
lot
do
more
this.
time observing.
You do this. It's one of the main things that govern most of your
Yeah.
actions.
It is something that
Every
a lot of
season
people
we
are
have
into.
this conversation, and the writer's room is getting very fed up with this line of questioning.
Well, by all means.
Please continue. Don't want to.
Hello,
hold anything
Nat.
up.
Hello, it's good. I like your dress.
You guys are here too?
Where else would we be?
It appears to be.
Now, the game is very simple. You will be competing for the young Nat's heart in a series of games.
Of course.
And every night, she will award barnacles of love to the men that she wishes to keep around. And those that fail will be eliminated from the game. Are there any questions about this?
Seems straightforward.
We have a very special moment this season, for it has been near 3 millennia since somebody has joined us via the whirlpool through the fog wall that our queen goddessa had placed there. It is a very rare occurrence, which means that you see him pull up a small scroll. Azriel White, Prince Zafarin, Darby Lyondell, that really long name of the bald guy, Sentinel, will all receive the first impressions barnacle and be free from elimination for the first day.
Hey.
Don't even have to try.
Oh, you do have to try. For tonight, it is all about getting to know the KRAKENACHELORETTE. If you do not, then you will not receive a barnacle, and you will be eliminated from the game.
Wait, we get a first impression barnacle, but we
So-
also have to receive tonight's barnacle?
No, you do not need to receive tonight's barnacle.
So
you
we
need
don't have
receive
to try.
tomorrow's barnacle. So if
You
you
are
do poorly
embarrassing me.
tonight, you may do poorly tomorrow. For
Okay.
Yeah,
the
I'm
hearts of you
saying
mortal
it's,
folk are incredibly fickle.
yeah,
Yes.
it's this whole
So I've been told.
snowball effect or whatever. Okay.
I will leave you mortals and Prince Safarin, who is far superior to you, to your meandering in conversations. Good luck at winning the young gnat's heart, and I will be with you later tonight for elimination.
Of course.
You just see him. He like just sinks into the ground with his like attendants, and you just see like ripples and water people like just sail to these drains that get like sunk down into the floorboards.
So if they had fish within their bodies, do the fish then just start flopping
Yeah,
on
you
the
just
ground?
see the fish like flopping about on the ground.
Oh, that's a bit
Fantastic.
unfortunate for those. Well, I mean, I guess we have some good news. If the KRAKENACHELORETTE is Nat, that means we
Yes,
might
I guess
be
yeah. I was
safe
gonna walk right over
somewhat
to
in
Nat
general.
myself and ask, do you have any idea how you ended up here?
Yeah, Nat comes over to you guys. The other 7 are kind of like looking around the room. They're talking amongst themselves, like, what do we do? How do we get out of here? We don't want to be here. Who's this girl? Like, what's happening? So Nat comes over. I don't remember. I was on the ship, the Armored Badger, with you guys
Of
when it
course.
went into the whirlpool,
Yep.
and then I woke up in this lavish bedroom, and there was this blue meanie lady there who gave me this dress, told me to put it on, and told me to wait by the giant fire pillar.
I'm gonna take Nat's hands.
Just as much information as we've been given, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'll take Nat's hands into my hands.
He's cautiously looking at you right now.
I do not want you to take the fact that I am in fact a prince into consideration for this competition.
Oh,
It would not be fair to the rest of the
Goodness,
contestants here.
He's gonna take it seriously the whole
She's
time.
not gonna take. She's not gonna take this seriously, Prince. We need to find a way out of here.
Well,
Well, we
for at least
don't-
the first few days, I mean, Nat can keep us safe. All 5 of us.
Right, but are we prepared to have her choose one of us and let the rest of us be eliminated?
Whatever that means.
Well, I mean, I feel as if we should let Nat decide who she will be choosing. That is the point of the entire.
Yes.
Of course, that's the point.
Yes, I do not. I am not belittling your information or your knowledge
course.
about how the show
Yes.
works. I am introducing a solution that does not exist within the show's bounds.
Yes. And besides, Prince Safarin, when have you known me to play an honest game?
Think about this, Prince.
Think of the
Because
drama.
naturally you would win.
Of course.
Obviously,
Yeah, you're the
you'd
best
win
person
the show.
here, clearly.
I can't see anyone else here winning. Nat's just playing into this
Oh, yeah,
right
of course. Yeah, yeah. You're the, I mean,
So,
he even said it
because
yourself.
because you'd
himself.
win. We're trying to introduce a mid-season twist. Maybe Darby isn't here for the right reasons.
Of course.
He's here to just
Please.
promote his band.
Yeah, it is clear that Darby is not here for the right reasons. He said he was not playing fair from the beginning.
Of course. I've
I
never
do not
played
think
fair
you
in
have
my
Nat's
life.
best interests at heart.
I mean, every story's better with a villain. Just
Yeah.
indicates the Darby.
Of course, and that makes a great villain.
And unfortunately, he has the immunity barnacle for this first.
Well, we don't want
You
to
don't want the
eliminate
villain to get out too soon, right? The villain
Yeah,
needs
then
to
where's
be
the
here
drama?
to create the drama.
Where's the drama? Yes,
Yes.
where's the?
I just think that
Nat.
we
As
should
much
be
as the
thinking
murderer over there is probably a
about-
better villain. But
what Nat would like in this moment. You see that Prince Safari keeps cheeking towards the barnacle camera.
oh,
Safar, and I think what I would like right now is to get to know all of the contestants so I can pick them and you guys can get a better idea of the surroundings and how the games might go. That way it's easier to pick you later when you do well.
I see. I would not want to deprive you of the opportunity to meet new and interesting people. I will.
It's only a formality because we all
Of course.
clearly know Prince Safarin is winning this thing.
oh yeah, no, there's no question in my mind.
And keep
Well-
your eye open for a map too.
Yeah. I need
You
to
are
go there.
you are very kind. But yes, this would not be right if you did not take the time to meet everyone. I want to make sure your choice is not based on my superior pedigree and incredible what do they call it? Good looks. Your hand
Right.
is shaking.
Oh, I
Please-
was fanning myself from your incredible good looks.
Ah, well,
That's a
there's
compliment.
also there's just a soft gust of wind.
Just like hitting her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Actually, if you can keep that on me, I'll be okay with that. I'm gonna go and talk to the little guy first, and avoid the guy who's looking at the knives on the table last. I'll check up with you later.
I'm gonna
Good
think about
job
that.
getting a first impression barnacle, whatever that is. And you just see her chuck off to the other contestants.
Yeah.
Question, DM, do we have all of our weapons on us, or no? Are we stripped clean?
You have surprisingly have everything on you.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
To know.
Well, still might not be a bad idea to try to keep anything that could be used as a lethal weapon out of the hands of Mr. Convict.
Right. And I don't disagree. I think, but the whole reason we were here was brought because of the map piece. So I'm led to believe we were led to the fog wall because that does exist somewhere here. Despite their insistence on this performance, I think we should do well to investigate if that can be found somewhere.
I mean, who's to say we can't do both?
Wait,
Let's-
so
we
are
just
you
put on
saying
that
that
show.
you saying that one of those things that you have been looking for up in the material plane might be here?
It's possible.
Would be led to believe so if we were directed to this location in
Oh,
search
you-
of it.
You should have said so earlier. I can see if I can get a message to my cousins, and maybe they would be able to find a way to help you find it.
That's fantastic.
Oh, that saves us a lot of trouble.
Ah, yes. You for something that is so important, you do not seem to take the time to tell everyone you are with all the information at hand.
Think of it as I was swooning over the fact that I got selected for the show, Prince.
That
Wasn't
makes
the
perfect sense.
first
to
thing on our minds.
Yes, this is quite an opportunity for sure. Though I am a little bit worried about you, Azrael, as not only are you a known liar and child killer, but you also murdered
Orphan
Nat's
killer.
father. And I cannot imagine that she would keep you on the show for much longer.
No, I can't
Also
imagine
probably
if that's
old
what
enough How old is your character again, Eric?
Oh God.
I feel like you're probably also not old enough to be her
Yeah,
dad.
I'm like 30s, 40s, I believe.
Well, he would
so-
have to be if he knew her dad. And
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
the
Well, in
same age
fairness,
as her dad when they were
technically, I don't
pirating.
believe in Canada, I don't believe Azrael knows his actual age because of like that time he lost after he sank the ship for the first
Sure.
time. But like in that time, he was like mid to late 30s, so he's
Yeah.
probably like 40, 50.
He's like double, triple her age.
But no, yes, Prince, that is something I did want to kind of keep low. I guess kind of like a reveal to the cameras later. You said there's these confessionals. I think that might be an interesting
Yeah.
thing to slide in later on.
I do not know if I would share that with the general public. Though they do not understand the concept of these murders, you say. I still think that the fact that you have hurt her in some way will not help your chances.
I can't imagine it will.
Prince of Arn's having a blast.
Oh, of course, of course.
Glad. It's on his favorite show. I
Yeah.
think it's his favorite show.
It's one of my favorite shows.
That's
I like
It's up there.
watching the material plane is what is my first favorite show, which
Ah,
is why I
there we
came
go.
here for vacation.
The Krakenachler and the Krakenachelorette are your next favorite
Yes,
show.
With
are
two
my,
or
are my
three.
second and my
Kind of
next
like watching
is
the material plane. It's a bunch of material plane people stuck.
Yeah,
in
that's
a
what I
van.
said. It's why I like it.
Too cracking to handle.
What's cracking is it's a show.
The spin-off.
Kraken in Paradise.
Oh my god.
Almost Paradise.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ugh.
All right, I guess I would mosey around the room and see if
Yeah.
there's generally an exit.
Well, you guys have plenty of places to explore. There's kind of these big like arches and stuff that you can check out if you would like.
I guess it was more or less. I'd more or less see if we could leave, like we were actually able to.
From this room that you're in, if you look around, there's all these tables and couches and chairs. It's like a sitting area, a hall. They
Yeah.
probably do a lot of filming in here. This big fire thing is in the middle. No immediate exit. It is just a domed room with all of these windows around you that just look out into the ocean. And if you look through the window, you don't see the sun. You just
Yeah.
see water and
Ocean.
whatever light this thing is giving off.
Yep,
Wonderful.
Okay.
And there is a lot of hideous sea creatures swimming around outside.
Fantastic. I guess I'd go up to this arch first if I could.
Yep. So that will lead you actually into kind of how this room is very like circular, very circular area.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice.
So this luminescent garden feels otherworldly.
Fair enough.
Quite nice.
Lot of like neon like leaf colored trees. The grass has this like sort of bioluminescence to it. When you like brush your feet through it, you can actually see like flickers of almost this kind of like jelly kind of stuff flick off of it that is lighted. There's no lights in this garden. There's no windows, nothing, because the trees and the grass give off their own light. Very relaxing. One might even say romantic kind of aesthetic to it.
Fair enough. Oh, well, I'm doing that. If we want to jump to Darby, or I don't want to take the whole thing. So.
I'll check the one down here in the south. Start moseying around, looking out, seeing where I can go. Ah. I seem to have found the sleeping quarters.
So there are a series of 12 beds in this room, with the dividing wall separating 6 and 6.
Interesting that it would be divided, but sure. Well, Prince Z, if he wants to go hang around and do his things on his favorite.
Fritzy is probably very aware of what this mansion looks like.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, I know it. I know it. I'm really excited. I think I probably. I mean, like, I'm trying to. I think I would probably go to like one of the barnacle things for a confessional moment. I guess.
All right.
Or I would
so-
find the confessionals if there are those. If not, I will just go to a barnacle and do one.
I was gonna say there is the up here where they do the barnacle ceremonies is where they also do the
Yeah,
the
I'll go.
confession.
I will go over there and signal that I was going to do one.
So this crystal blue pool resides in this room. It is blocked by a tangle of coral and branches. And Prince of Farn, as you enter, and one of the attendants kind of pops up and is like, "Hello, we would like to do a interview with you, Prince, since you are the season's most illustrious contestant, and perhaps the most illustrious contestant that we have had in our 5,892nd season."
Yes, of course. That makes perfect sense, as I am that thing. So I would love to do an interview for my first one, confessional, for the season.
You just see a barnacle like kind of retch its way out of the wall and begins slinking towards you. This big eye opens up on it and like zooms in on you. And if for all of our viewers out in the non-material plane right now who's watching the Krakenachelorette, you see Prince of Farn on there, and like a little thing pops up with his name. It says, Prince.
Yes.
They can all understand that language, and in parentheses
boy.
it says Prince of Farn, Prince of the Wind Realm, or something like that.
Yes. I have been watching this show for a long time, and though I am a big fan, I have never thought I would be on it myself. Now, I feel as if I have a little bit of an advantage over the other contestants this season, as I am superior in every way. That being said, I am not sure about finding love. Mostly because as much as Nat is a very, very fun crewmate who I have come to know for the last several weeks on our adventures as pirates. I am not a strictly... I do not know what I am supposed to do, as I have never had a relations with a being at all. However, that being said, I am excited for this adventure here on the KRAKENACHELORETTE.
Yeah, say that 10 times fast.
Yes.
KRAKENACHELORETTE.
KRAKENACHELORETTE.
In my poor doc, I said this last week, but my poor document, I had to write it like 500 times, and it was such a pain in the ass every time.
Your computer's like, what are you trying
Yeah,
to
literally, my
say?
spell check is like, this word doesn't exist. Are you
This
drunk
isn't
right
real.
now?
It seems you've mashed two words together that have never belonged together
Yeah,
ever.
ever before.
It's weird.
No
Are
one
you-
has ever put these together. You've invented an entirely new existence.
We are calling the ambulance. It's clear you're having a
Yeah, you
stroke.
stroke.
It's Clippy just being like, I'm calling the ambulance for you.
Prince Safarin, if you are unsure of what it means to find love, what will you do if she picks you?
I am not sure. I have seen some things on the material plane as far as this goes, though I must be honest, I tend to turn away. A lot of the material plane is two or more people just sort of mushing their flesh around. It's very odd.
That is something we have seen on many seasons here, especially during the fantasy suite section of the contest.
Yes. Well, if I am picked, I hope it is because I have shown her the utmost respect as the KRAKENACHELORETTE, and not because I am the prince of an entire realm of existence and have more wealth and power than any being on this area could possibly fathom.
We shall see who she picks. Thank you, Prince.
Yes, you are welcome.
Alright.
That is what I will do now, and then I'll try to figure out something else to do.
There's some. I mean, you don't really need to eat, but you've seen this on TV. This is your first time seeing this in person, so you are more than welcome to explore the mansion and enjoy the amenities. As Nat is currently talking now to the elf merchant, who is very boisterous and flamboyant with her.
I'm gonna go find my friends.
Say by this point, we'll say Darby has met Azrael up in the garden in Prince Safar, and you can find them there.
Mhm.
Azrael and Darby, you've both found no form of exits from either the bedrooms or this garden.
Fair enough.
Well,
I guess what I would try and see is if it looks like any of the other contestants, and I guess I could have gauged that from our introductions, but does it seem like any of the other contestants wanted to be here, or are they all in a very similar situation?
They all woke up with no idea where they were. Pretty much everyone's story was we were out on the high seas, either a storm sank our boat or a giant tentacle sank our boat. Except for you guys, which went down via the whirlpool.
We get the whirlpool then. No correlation.
So
between
I
those
guess
stories.
Prince, from your experience, do you know what the challenges end up being? Just if we do get stuck here for a couple of days.
Every season is different, so I could not tell you what the challenges are this time. I can tell you, however, that they are quite fun, though some of them I have seen many material plane members weep, just weep and weep and weep.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good sign.
Do any of you have the ability to stay under the incredible, immense pressure of the deep, endless waters of the Arquan Empire without the ability to breathe?
Can't say that's an ability I have.
Maybe for
Ah.
30 seconds.
Ooh. Then you might have a tough time on this show.
I have a feeling
Great.
most of the other contestants are going to have the same problem.
Fantastic.
Well,
I will do my best to help you, as I do not want you to lose right away.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
very
that.
kind of.
I would also not like to lose right away.
You should then make a confessional, so the people at home will like you.
Do you think that matters?
Not per se, but there is
Prince
speaking.
Safarin, you do know that there is one vote specifically during one of the random days where it is audience participated.
There is an audience participation vote that happens once per season, so that is
Okay.
something that's good. But
Oh.
there are whispers among the people who watch the show, the Kraken heads, as sometimes we are called.
Kraken heads.
The Kraken heads.
Right.
There is a unspoken rule that if the audience likes you and you drive ratings, the producers will do what they can to keep you on the show for longer. So, the more you can ingratiate yourself with the audience, the more likely you will be given favorable outcomes.
Interesting. See, now we're starting to speak into my language.
We have been speaking common this whole time, Darby, as I do not think you know very many languages.
I know a few. I don't think I know any that you know. Outside of course, common speak.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Be a fan favorite or do something to drive ratings, like be a source of conflict.
That is an
That I-
option.
That I can do.
One of those is real easy. The other one is much harder.
I guess while we're talking, I'd kind of mosey back into the general area. I'd want to try to map out the whole thing. So I guess
Yeah.
the last arch I'd try to go to and kind of see what's over here.
There are two large doors there that separate this area from this main hall, this grand hall, and neither of them open. They are both very locked. Prince Safarin, you would know that that area leads to the bedroom of the KRAKENACHELORETTE.
Fair enough. Fair
Oh.
enough.
Okay. I mean, maybe Nat's on exit in there, but I highly doubt it.
I just guess I would just kind of hover, keep an eye on Nat, see if she's being bothered by any of the people there, because she is a part of our crew. So I want to make sure she's okay. But other than that, I just wait.
So you guys kind of are milling about the grand hall here as the the hours kind of pass. Probably 3 or 4 hours will pass as Nat is conversing with the rest of the contestants. She kind of eyes the party and is kind of like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing this kind of thing. And Prince Safarin, you're almost sitting there watching this like you're at home watching it on TV, but you're there right now, which is even better.
I'll be pointing out random little things that happen in other seasons in the
Yes.
various parts of the area.
This is where that one
Yes.
guy punched another.
Yep. There's a lot of free alcohol, you realize. There seems to be no limit to the amount of alcohol one can drink on this show.
Ooh, can I finally get a glass of moonlight? I've been waiting
You-
this whole time.
Absolutely can get a glass of moonlight, Prince Safarin. I figured you already had one.
Yeah. I expected. I didn't want to be treated like anybody different just because I'm, better than everyone.
Well,
so
Just because I'm objectively
the
best
attendants as
person
you're
here.
sitting there come over with glasses of champagne and stuff, and if Prince Safarin, you ask for glasses of moonlight, one will quickly go and fetch you one, and the rest of you, after hearing about this, just see a glass set down that's made of like this crystal, and they actually like rip a hole into like the thing and reach in, and from the hole you can see like that space area that you were in when you were with Mila when you were in the rocket, and it just reaches and grabs a piece of the moon and pulls it in, and then you see them like crush it with their hands, and it turns into like this dusty smoke that fills the glass, and then they top it with a cherry that smokes on or floats on the top of the smoke and pass it to Prince Safarin.
finally, this has been so long since I've had one of these. I just
What?
bloop, 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 bloop.
Delicious.
They're glowing on
best
my
you have.
down my my throat.
Yes, as he drinks it, you actually see like the moonlight actually begin to just burst from the smoke.
Okay. Quite the exotic beverage.
As
no.
you guys are waiting as well, one of the other attendants comes over. The prince has given their confessional. We would like one from one of you other ones too. We've taken a few from the other contestants.
Sure,
Go,
I
go,
guess.
go.
I guess I'll go.
No means.
So Azrael, you are also
Don't mention
led
the
to those-
murder.
to the pool room. And as you sit down, you see this barnacle rip up from the ground and come right up to you, and this big eye opens up. And for all our viewers at home, Azrael White appears below, Vile Pirate.
Vile
Why are
pirate.
you excited to be on the KRAKENACHELORETTE?
Well, I guess you could say I come from a pretty rough past. People like to label me as a bad boy, but I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here to show the
Oh.
world that I have a heart of gold.
Oh my god, I love it.
Let's go.
Oh, it's the
How
perfect.
did you think Nat looked tonight in her gown?
You know what? I didn't even think about it, to be honest.
That's weird.
Why is that weird? I haven't gotten to know her yet.
That is a good point. Your group has spent very little time getting to know the KRAKENACHELORETTE. Is there a reason for that?
Well, in fairness, I like the slow approach. I like being pursued myself.
Ah. Well, you do have the first impression barnacle, which means that you are safe for the round, so it makes sense. Is there anything else that you wish to add? What will you do if you win?
I haven't really thought about that yet. I'm here more for a couple of surprises. I think I might surprise you.
We are looking forward to the surprises. There are always many on the seasons. And
As
you are
am
free
I.
to go, Azrael.
I will stand up and walk out.
Would you also like to do a confessional, Darby?
Come on,
Yeah.
Darby, go.
Yeah.
When I
Do
see
it.
when Azrael sits back, I'm like, you know what? I want to take a shot at this. Sounds like fun.
So you also are brought to the pool room as Barnacle comes out. And for our viewers at home, Darby Lyondell, goddess of card playing, appears below your name.
Hottest card playing.
Odyssey. Huh. Well,
Tell us something about yourself, about your past, and why you are here.
you know, I'm a big fan of games. I'm a big gambler. Like winning. Figured maybe I can win this one too. I tend not to lose very often. And I'll do anything to get the win.
So you view Nat's heart as nothing but a game.
I mean, it's called the game show. Right in the name.
What did you think that she looked like in her gown today?
Honestly, I couldn't tell her apart from the barnacles on the wall.
Wow. You've shocked the staff. That is a first. If you were to win, which with your statement seems unlikely now, what would you do?
Well, unlikely, I don't know about that one. I mean, I am immune for the first day at least, so I'm guaranteed to make it to tomorrow. But, I don't know. I just like to gamble. I'll probably cut ties pretty quickly.
Well, it will be interesting to see how the show goes. Thank
Right.
you.
No problem.
I love it. I love it. Way to play the villain. That was so good.
She- couldn't tell the difference between her and
And the barnacles on the wall.
Ouch. Ouch.
Perfect
Darby
villain.
Lyondell, everyone, the smoothest gentleman in Elyssia,
Oh, yeah.
Babe
Vile.
Slayer 9000.
Hey, you know what? The villains are like that though. Sometimes,
Yeah,
sometimes they
they're
don't
just
even
like,
care.
I don't
about...
care. I'm
Yeah.
here because I want
Yeah,
the
they-
prize.
They
Yeah, I
can be
wanna
very
win.
like, I just want to promote my band. That's all I care about.
I'm here to promote my casino.
I feel like
lot
every
of
season
deal.
someone's promoting their music career.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Their music or their acting career or something.
So after some more sitting around and mingling, the confessionals, they kind of grab everyone from the, every contestant. Ruma and Sentinel give theirs with, if I had to picture, Ruma would be eating and probably just like, I'm here because you stuck me here, and Sentinel would maybe be into it and be like, yeah, I'm excited to win, and I'm gonna make her fall in love with me and all this other good jazz. That's just what I picture.
Yeah,
That
Even though
sounds-
he's a giant chicken.
That's about
I
right.
see it. Hey, you know what? Love does stranger things.
Yeah.
Love
It's not
does-
the first. It's not the first weird pairing of people we've had.
That's
on
right,
this
that's
game.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like 5,000 seasons or whatever. I'm
Hey,
sure
you know
there's been
what?
some
Dan
weird ones.
Dillion was a dandelion, and apparently he gets it. So,
Yeah.
you know what?
And we also had what's her face, the little fairy with.
yeah,
Al Aster
Oh,
and
yeah,
Darby
Aster
or
and
Darian.
Darian.
So you know,
R.I.P.
we're already
Alright.
rocking.
Yeah, R.I.P. All right, so after you guys wait around a little bit longer, from the floorboards again, Chris Waveson materializes himself,
That's not gonna
and
get used to that at all.
just appears in the middle. I see that you have all had a chance to converse with our KRAKENACHELORETTE, but it is time for you to come to the pool room so that she may give out the barnacles of love.
I will start moving to the pool room so she can give out the
That would
barnacles.
follow Prince Safarin's lead.
Yeah.
All right, all 12 of you are led to the pool room, including Nat and Chris Waveson, and they haven't had their changeover where they've gotten rid of him and gotten new hosts.
He hasn't,
Yes.
No,
he hasn't
for
said anything
reasons.
controversial yet. He
Yeah,
hasn't
anything
canceled.
controversial yet, so
This is early
been
2000s. Chris
yeah,
Waves.
this is 2005 KRAKENACHELORETTE.
He hasn't been tided out.
No,
Nope.
yeah, no.
Tired
know.
out.
They lead you all there, and now you're in the pool room, which you were all in at one point. And they had the barnacle that was filming everyone. Now there's this like big table with all of these like glittery barnacles all over it, and Nat is led over to the table, and Chris stands next to her, and he goes, "Nat, today you have had a chance to converse with these 12 fine gentlemen, and I hope you've gotten to know them well, for you must decide the fate of 7 of them right now, for a 5 whirlpool gentlemen have the first impression barnacle.
Of course.
Tell me, my friends who were sucked into the whirlpool, especially you, Prince. How does it feel that tonight you are safe, but tomorrow you may not be safe?"
Well, I can say this. While I feel that it is wonderful to be safe today, I remiss the opportunity to be chosen by Nat's free will, as I have found her to be a lovely, young, material plane being, and it would be nice to get to know her better. So I am excited for this opportunity going forward.
That is a good answer. What about the rest of you?
Calm. Guess how I feel. My answer's calm. I feel calm.
I thought you said home. I'm sorry. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, I was like,
Calm.
yeah, calm.
Feel
calm.
home.
I feel home. I'm at home right now.
Honestly, I feel about the same. I'm not too worried.
Well, good. There will be many days ahead of you, many challenges. And because you are safe tonight does not mean you will be safe tomorrow, and you may be eliminated.
How long is
From
this?
the
You
game.
said many days ahead of it. How long is this show?
Well, there is 1 elimination a day, perhaps 2 for a double elimination. So it goes on for at least 12 days until a KRAKENACHELORETTE suitor is chosen. That is 12 episodes.
Of
Or
course.
11 if we do a double elimination. Depends on what the producers tell us.
But then, I'm sure you have to recap episode. You gotta get all 12 and keep it.
Yeah,
it's
the
There is
clips
also
go-
a reunion episode
Oh yeah, yeah.
that we
there's
air
that
at the
one,
very end
yeah,
of everything.
Of course, yeah.
Is that when you
There-
bring the eliminated players back?
Yes.
Yeah. Good to know.
I say, eh.
I'm gonna catch the creepy vibes and just gonna pocket them for later.
Now then, Nat, you must decide of the other 7s who you will give the barnacles of love to. You have gotten to know many of them tonight, and some of them have left quite the impression upon you. So please, dole out the barnacles. So you kind of see Nat shuffle over to the table. She picks up one of these shiny, glittery barnacles, and she looks over at these 7 poor bastards that are just as unlucky as you to be in this situation. maybe having a total of 30 minutes to talk to each of them before being whisked away by one of the other ones or one of the staff to talk to somebody else who's a little more TV worthy. And she begins to go through and dole out these barnacles to them. And it goes in this order of the barnacles that she doles out. Ambrose Potter gets the first one, then Pat Jam, followed by Galio
Jam.
Hersham, the Sylvanian halfling, Caliban, and then Rogar Hammersmack, which leaves Yis and Horst, the guy with the scar over his eye, as the final two standing there waiting to waiting to get the thing. And you kind of see Nat pick up the final barnacle, and she's like, so gonna be honest, Horst kind of got some murdery vibes from you while we were talking. So I'm gonna give it to Yes, because he didn't talk about the last person that he gutted in front of me when we tried to have a normal conversation. And you see Nat just kind of hold out the barnacle to Yes, and he just kind of walks over and grabs it.
Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. Thinking about it.
Yeah,
Rookie
honestly.
mistake. You see kind of Horst looking around, sees that, there's no more barnacles for him. That's fine. Means I get off this bloody fucking place, doesn't it? All right then, Mr. Wave, eliminate me. Let me out of this horrible hellhole you've stuck us all in.
As is deserved.
And, okay. Sorry, just getting something set up.
Ooh.
So, with the last barnacle given, Chris looks to Horst, the only one who did not receive one. And he says, I am sorry, Horst. You have not been chosen tonight by our KRAKENACHELORETTE and have been eliminated from the game. You may say any final things that you wish to the contestants. He kind of turns, looks at you guys, he's like, fuck all am I supposed to say? Before Horst can say another word, in protest or favor, a hideous beast rises from the pool. For those who have made their life on the sea, this is the fabled and feared Kraken. The creature roars as it lashes out its tendrils and tentacles. Horst screams at the top of his lungs as he's lifted from the ground, and a loud snap echoes throughout the room as his back is shattered as the Kraken pops him. You begin to see his entrails ooze out from the current cut in his stomach, and with a firm squeeze from his limp body, the Kraken begins to devour the human-like jelly down its gullet into its esophagus. Horst's insides will go a long way of supplying the creature with many nutrients, including, but not limited to, vitamin B, vitamin B4, vitamin B15, vitamin B19, vitamin B2, vitamin B7, and zinc. As the rest of the entrails have been ingested, the Kraken pops the rest of Horst into his mouth, where you hear his bones break and crack against the fish's massive teeth. Chris turns to you all and smiles. Congratulations, everyone! You have made it to the next round in finding true love. An attendant brings out a cart of champagnes and offers you some.
I will take them.
I will pass.
Is that gonna happen every time?
Yes,
Not-
that is
not-
what eliminated means.
Holy.
So sometimes it does not.
Okay.
You don't crack. Sometimes it whips you against the wall, breaking your stuff like that, and then licks you off, kind of like a paste. There's one time I saw that a person was pulled clean in both directions, and all of the insides fell into the Kraken's mouth. It is kind of just one of the most action-packed parts of the episode.
We need to get out of here.
You know what? No. Can I have
Nat is
his
just
drink as well?
staring at this in horror. That this, I mean, very clearly murderer, serial killer guy, but was just completely eviscerated in front of her.
If he's gonna pass, I'm gonna take both.
Yeah, I took mine. I'm drinking it.
Yours is Moonlight, Prince of Fire. That's not champagne.
Yeah, more
Of course,
moonlight.
of course.
Nat is very quickly ushered away
course.
back to her room before she can really communicate with anyone else, leaving the rest of the contestants in the pool room, just staring down at the little blood spot that's like formed at the top of the pool from where, the rest of Horse has like floated to the top. You can kind of see some bones and like flesh and organs kind of gum up to the top before a tentacle like scoops it back down and brings it into the briny deep.
I would like to propose a toast to all of us here living in the KRAKENACHELORETTE mansion. Though we are in competition, I'd like to think that we would all get to know each other better as friends, and as we all look for what is best for Nat in this adventure. And I put my glass in the center.
Goes for the toast.
I do not have a glass to toast, so I will not be
I will
toasting.
toast and then immediately slick both back. Oh boy, it's gonna be a long 12 days.
I love the kind of like happy-go-lucky music that was playing as you
I like
described.
that.
The
Oh my
dissonance of the
goodness.
scene. Oh boy.
All right, the party is then directed by the attendants to the bedrooms where you can sleep for the night until the following day where the competition will begin official. And why don't we go ahead and take maybe a 5-minute break here? I'm gonna go refill my water real quick.
Same.
Alrighty. Welcome back.
Welcome back to the KRAKENACHELORETTE.
yeah.
We hope you enjoyed the sponsor message.
Yes, I did.
All right. So after being led back to the bedrooms, you all find yourself in this right one here. And there's an empty bed since Horst was just devoured by the Kraken. And Prince of Farin, as a fun fact for you, well, not really a fun fact for you because you would know this from watching previous seasons, they had a twist in one of the seasons, maybe a few thousand seasons ago, where they actually kept all 12 alive the first night.
Dang.
And
yeah.
that's why they have the 12th bed in here in case that ever comes
Mhm.
back again.
Real
Neat.
Aaron Hansen sleeping on the couch of the tester moment.
They had
I
a,
will
they had a
take the new
triple
bed.
elimination the next day, though.
I will take the bed and I will have Sebastian pull it over to where my bed is to make it twice as big of a
A
bed.
double bed.
You now have twice as large of a bed. They're very nice beds. They're probably the most comfortable beds that you mortals have slept on. It's comparable to what you've had in your home, Prince of
You're-
Farin.
Yeah,
Is
this
this
is like
gonna
a-
go to sleep?
This is a Shea Lounge, little throw side piece in my room.
Yep.
You're just gonna go to sleep, Prince? You want to talk about
Uh,
what just happened?
Oh yes, we can definitely talk strategy for the challenges up ahead. Now, I will do whatever I can to help you to make sure you are not eliminated to the next round.
Of course, of course.
As much as that's appreciated, there will be a point based on what I've learned rather
Yes.
rapidly, that it will come down to the 5 of us,
Mhm.
and then we will systematically be eliminated.
Yes.
Well, yes, that is how the game is played. Correct.
That cannot happen.
We've got about
I am
6
starting to
eliminations.
I am remembering now that you do not want to be eaten by a kraken.
Yes, that is a great memory on you, Prince Safarin.
Not many
Mm.
people would want to be eaten by a kraken, surprisingly.
Oh, you'd be surprised. You have not seen.
I'm
many
I'm
seasons.
sure somebody does, but most people I know don't want to be eaten alive.
Yeah,
by
don't
a
king
kraken.
shame, Darby. Don't king shame.
I'm saying some people.
There was an episode a
true.
few thousand seasons back where there was a weird looking mushroom thing, and it was very excited to be
You know, we might have met one of his
Yes,
relatives.
the
actually.
callback! The callback! I love it.
So
I
you
don't
would be
suppose you remember its name, do you?
Mm-mm. No. That being said, what would you like to speak about?
More or less how we're going to figure out how there's going to be either 5 winners of the show or how the hell we're supposed to get out of here without dying.
I have never seen anyone leave. So that is a interesting question. That being said, I mean, I suppose you could always try to swim down the pool where the kraken lives, but I have a feeling that it would eat you.
Yes, I also have that feeling. Not that you would be inclined to do this, so just spitballing here again, you can always say no.
Mhm.
You have quite a bit of people back home watching this, correct?
Well, I would sure hope so. This is the first time a member of the royal family has been on the KRAKENACHELORETTE.
So I guess
Interesting.
my idea would be is if you were to now this again hypothetical,
Mm-hmm.
you were to lose, would someone from your family step in before something bad happened?
I am not quite sure. One, because I do not think I can lose, but then two,
course.
Hypothetical.
I would think that if there was a situation in which that my treatment on the show was less than exemplary, that my father would probably do something to step in.
Okay.
Okay,
Maybe
that.
backdoor plan. It doesn't maybe not need to happen, but just an idea.
He would
Yes.
talk to my aunt, though it would probably be after my physical form was ripped
Well,
away.
that's no good.
Well, we need to be a little bit earlier than that.
Yes, or maybe when I have been disrespected in some way. But no one here would do such a thing.
No one on this side of the wall, but you never know. So what somebody
Oh.
on the other side of the wall may be inclined to do.
I mean, you are
Or-
the favorite right now.
Well, yes, but I also think that Sentinel might be doing a good job, as Guardian fires are also quite rare.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
So I'm sure people would want to keep him on the show for longer. If you are looking for strategy, I would suggest making sure that you and Nat are on good terms for at least the next 2 episodes or so.
That I'm pretty sure we're golden on. I'm
Yeah.
sure Nat will pick us over the random people she doesn't know. But
Again, I think maybe that you, out of everyone, should maybe take a little extra time to make sure of that.
yes, I do understand your thoughts on that aspect, but I do less so out of general adoration and more so out of she probably thinks we are her best ticket out of here. She may keep all of us alive just to secure her ticket. Just a
well,
thought.
You'd be surprised what these challenges may reveal about the KRAKENACHELORETTE. But
Oh, of course.
I
Fair
can
enough.
see your initial understanding.
Fair enough.
So, as far as places, I will explain kind of like what I know of the mansion, like where you can go, where you can't go, kind of like what that all is about.
So-
No one. Yeah.
Yep. So Prince of Far and some of the stuff that you can impart to the party is that a lot of the challenges happen in the garden, and a lot of the dates happen in the garden. A lot of the show like center over there due to how beautiful it is. Most group activities take place here in the centralized grand hall. So that's usually where Chris will come and fetch everyone. And you also mentioned too that there is no restriction on you guys going into any of the rooms with the exception of the KRAKENACHELORETTE's bedroom at any times during the day or night.
Okay.
So, if you were looking to do anything, that would be the time. Now, I would think that maybe, though I am not sure. This would be not in the spirit of the game, mind you, and I would not suggest doing this.
Oh, of course.
However, maybe there is a way to find one of the members of the staff and convince them to tell you what the challenge is ahead of time, so that you might be able to be better prepared for it than the rest of the contestants. That would be a bit duplicitous and not sportsmanlike for the game.
Of course.
Fair
Of course
enough.
not.
Fair enough.
That is all I can think of to do. Other than ingratiate yourself with Nat. There have been a few seasons where other contestants simply killed each other in their sleep. In hopes of creating less competition. That being said, they still eliminate someone every episode. So it kind of just makes the season really short.
Of
Good
course.
to know as well. Thank
2
you.
episodes a season.
Well, I'll be sure to sleep with
It
an
might
eye
be
open.
best for you to sleep closest to the far wall then, so that way they have to get through the rest of us to get to you. Because if you are the favorite, You're probably the most
Yeah, you're
likely
the
one
bigger
to
target.
stab.
That is true. I will have Sebastian move the bed to the other side of the room.
Sebastian, on his own with his many monkey arms and tiny little body, moves both beds, which are very heavy, and he labors intensely to move them. Drags them over, and there's this horrible, like, scream as he drags this bed over.
helps them.
No,
No one helps him. He does it on his own.
Can it be the bed that Ruma is on that he's moving and Ruma just doesn't get up?
Yes. Yep.
If anything, Ruma would be upset that he doesn't get a double bed because he's too big.
Right?
I now have a double bed. And if it's going to be the end of the night, then I'll place my ring in the center of both beds, and then I will disappear into the ring.
Of course.
Disappear into the ring, and your ring sits on two beds.
Yep.
Oh.
Sebastian is standing over it like he always does.
He's like, well, at least I have a big bed to sleep on.
That's it. That's all I'm doing.
You
Okay.
just hear Prince of Fire, no, you sleep on the floor still.
Well, he's not allowed to sleep.
That's true.
He's
Good
gonna
point.
keep
Good point.
watch.
He's got
Yes.
to watch.
He's not.
Just
Sebastian
eternally.
hasn't slept. Except the last time he's had a moment of sleep was when he got killed in that fight.
Yes.
No, yep.
Oh boy.
He just wants to die so he can sleep. Before he's ripped back into reality through your magic.
Yep.
What a
Yep.
dark concept. I love it.
I will.
Familiars are not a fun concept if you're not friends with the
No.
person.
Yep. So what about for the rest of you guys? While Prince of Farin sleeps within his ring, what does Darby and Azrael do?
As much as I'd love to go sneaking around, it didn't really seem like there's anything about the water people just flow
Sink
through
into
the
the
cracks in the
floor.
floor. So it's not like I'm gonna be like running around trying to find them. I don't really know what else to do.
I doubt they'd let us talk to Nat during the night. So honestly, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I guess I'd just bed down. To be honest, I got nothing else.
I'll take a minute or two and I'll bring spades out just to have available to me. But other than that, Trance time.
Right. You have spades out. They're your ritual, and you guys can go to sleep for the day. So you guys have besides Prince of Farin, who is completely, okay with everything that's going on. Everyone has a terrible night's sleep since this dire, horrible situation that you were in. So you wake up from your slumber, and standing kind of in the center here between the two rooms is Chris Waveson. Just watching you while you sleep, all of you.
Wonderful.
Can I help you?
Gentlemen,
Of course.
I hope you have slept well on your first night here in the mansion and have found the accommodations acceptable.
Something alright.
Being in a death battle, I wouldn't find very acceptable, but sure.
This is not a death battle, it is a battle of the heart.
And if one's heart fails, they typically die.
They are eliminated, there is a difference.
They are eliminated.
Whatever you tell yourself.
Whatever semantics you want to ponder.
Regardless, today is an incredibly important day, for this is the first day of challenges, as well as your first group date with Nat. Everybody applaud. In 2 hours, you will meet her in the garden. We have a saying here in the Aquine Empire. I hope you did not skip out on leg day. And he just sinks to the floor.
Do you even have legs? I mean, they're made
This
of like
place is
water.
miserable.
Oh yeah. Well,
Breakfast is served to you guys, and it's quite delicious if you choose to eat it.
Yes, I will eat.
I do. I will eat also.
I will also be eating. Yes, right. We're all eating. Ruma's eating
It's
3 portions.
poison!
You've been
Oh,
Yeah,
poisoned.
it's not poison.
You have disadvantage on the challenge. You ate too much.
So in 2 hours, they asked you to head to the garden, so we can either skip to that or you guys can do whatever.
I don't have any
Change
plans.
into
I'm kind
nicer
of.
clothes.
Prince of Farin changes into nicer clothes.
I don't have any nicer clothes on me, so I will just mosey my
Ooh,
way over to the
I
garden.
have a. Okay, no, okay, I got this. I am going to. When I come out of my ring, you'll see that I have like this bundle of clothes in my hand, and I am graciously, Prince of Far graciously offers Darby and Azrael and Ruma, not so much Sentinel, but he probably has something. Some
The
clothes
top
to
hat.
wear that are nice. So now you have like hammer pants and a fancy silk shirt, like that I normally wear.
Perfect. I will graciously accept.
I mean, I'll take them, but don't expect
Put on
me
our
to
team
wear it.
uniform. Go team.
Your team uniform.
Uniform. I'm
As you
quite
guys make
content with
yourselves
what I
known to the other part or to the other people, you see Roadgar the merchant be like, "Where the hell did you guys get all the fancy clothes? Looks like something I'd sell. Rogar
Yeah.
Hammersmack, much into the stars."
have. Of course you will.
I severely doubt that you would have something like this in your merchant shop. But no, this is for my crewmates. You see, we are pirates on a pirate adventure.
Well, after what we saw, I hope there won't be any foul play from the 5 of you. It is quite a situation we found ourselves in.
Yes, quite the
Yes, it
situation
is.
indeed. I am very excited to see what today's challenge is.
And with that, you are taken to the garden, the bioluminescent garden, where Nat and Chris Waveson wait for you. They are sitting in these those tall volleyball chairs, like the refs sit in, that are super high up, sitting there, over a pool that has been seemingly dug out of the ground and filled with muddy, about ankle deep mud water.
Wonderful.
Of course.
Gentlemen, the first competition is a competition of strength and love, and you will show our Krakenachelorette that you are not afraid to get a little bit dirty for her to show your ever undying love. You will now strip down into these loincloths and participate in mud wrestling.
I'm just gonna look down at the nice outfit I just got. I just put on. Like, God damn it! No.
I'm just gonna glance over to Aruma, being probably one of the 2 biggest people here. Like, oh no.
Prince of Far is going to be a little like, mud is actually quite literally the opposite of stuff that he likes.
The attendants give you your mud wrestling approved loincloth.
Perfect.
Of course.
There is going to
Previously
be
used.
Previously used. There's a little pee stain in the front of it.
I will create a modesty changing area with my illusion stuff.
There you
Be
go.
like- and I will
Prince Karn is
change.
currently loosed, so no one can see him.
Well, no, I made it for the team. Everyone
Oh,
has
the
to-
team.
It's-
The
it's
team.
up
You're
to-
all,
How generous of you.
protected
Yeah,
from
we
the barnacles.
we are the team. So I will
That's right.
do this for the team.
Of course.
I love that.
You have to leave
Okay.
something for the imagination, at least until later on in the season.
Yeah, you gotta get to those fantasy suites.
Of course.
All right, everyone changes, and you are all a bunch of burly, strong, down to Darby levels of man in front of
Oh,
everyone.
Wow.
Wow, Darby.
He's a tiny man. He's a tiny boy.
He's a tiny boy.
He's
I
very
always forget
frail.
just how tiny he is, but he is a tiny boy.
Actually, like 5 feet tall.
He's like 5'3" or something. 5'5", 105 pounds.
Oh,
He
man.
is. He
He's
is
a noodle.
He is a
Yeah, he's a
boy.
He's a twig. He's a twig.
Oh yeah.
He's a little noodle.
So y'all just standing there. The staff has oiled you all up, so you're all glistening for the cameras
Of
and for the
course.
audiences, letting your bulging muscles be objectified by the audience like the meat you all are. Good. Now that you have prepared yourselves, we will go ahead and draw lots to determine who will be the first ones to wrestle in the mud. The rules are simple. You must remove the other person from the mud, and upon doing so, you win and move on. Are there any questions? Good.
Those are the only rules?
Those are the only rules.
Good to know.
Sentinel and Ruma, just to give the fast facts here. So Sentinel and Ruma don't have really too much problems here. Oh, actually too, because
Oh,
no, there's not an odd. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, keep going.
Oh, I was gonna say I think there's an odd number, but no, there's not, because there's 5 of you and 7 of them, so no one will get
6 of
seated.
them, because
What
one
were
of
you
them
gonna
got eliminated, right?
Yeah, someone will get seated. Thank you. Someone did get eliminated. I should probably X his name out so I don't get confused by that again. So yes, all of you, give me a just give me a D100 roll. Oh, D100 roll. We don't ever roll
Yeah.
D100s. And tell me what your number is.
100.
Here we go.
I rolled this in a hot minute.
Ah,
Ooh,
80.
92.
Also
Say
80 on the dot.
Yeah, 80 on the dot.
Yeah.
80,
And I got-
80, 92.
Yep.
Let's see what Ruma and Sentinel get here.
That's so
92 from
weird.
Sentinel.
Oh
Hey.
my
Look,
god.
that's so weird.
72
ties.
for Ruma.
Crazy.
So, I'll give it, just for story reasons, I'll give it to Ruma at the 92. Ruma gets seeded to the next round.
He's a little too buff.
He's
It's that
he just-
Goliath strength.
that Goliath strength. He just
Yeah.
makes it. They don't even make him go up against someone. And as for, we'll start with Sentinel. We'll just make Sentinel real easy since he's not here. Sentinel is going to go up against. Yes, he's going up against the dwarf, which he is very easily able to defeat. You see Sentinel and this dwarf get into the mud ring. To Sentinel, it like barely goes up to his like chicken legs, and the dwarf's like up to his like stomach because it's
10-foot
small.
tall
Oh, no.
chicken.
You see Sentinel just smack the guy out of the
Oh,
out of
God.
the thing, and just poor
Uh.
dwarf just goes flying, hits the ground. Yis has been eliminated from the competition. Next, we will have the second round go. And that will be Arthur. You will go up against Rogar Hammersmack,
Oh,
the
good.
elven
Good luck.
dusk elf merchant, who
Sweet.
it looks pretty well
Rounded.
defined, but he's not super strong either. So he kind of gets in the mud. Oh, this is most disgusting. Well, I'd like to let you know that Rogar Hammersmack is not only a merchant of the stars, but he's also quite a strong boy. I eat my Wheaties.
Arthur will just kind of shake his head, and this will be kind of one of the first times the group will see Arthur without his boots on, and he actually only has 4 toes because he has 2 goat hooves for feet rather than actual like full 5-toed feet.
Oh.
And he will kind of trudge his way into the mud, and he will plant his tail firmly behind him for extra balance into the mud.
All right. Going to be an athletics roll from you, unless you have something else that you're able to do, Azrael, that may assist you here.
Would you allow acrobatics at all, or is it strictly athletics?
It's definitely a wrestling thing, so
Yeah.
athletics is big
All right.
there.
I just dropped my die. Hold on. Where did it
Uh-oh.
go?
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Where'd it
Do
go?
you still only have one hand?
Yes.
Yes.
he still has
Oh
the nub.
man.
Yeah, so he's
Fear
also
not.
doing this.
Fear not. Okay. Athletics, here we come. I would just say the only thing I can really think of, Ethan, would be I do have a feat as part of my trade called Fancy Footwork, so I don't know if that would help at all.
What does that do?
Fancy Footwork is just during my turn, if you make a melee attack against a creature, that creature can't make an opportunity attack. It's just, I'm just
Yeah,
saying it's
it
part
says
of my
opportunity
skills.
attack.
No,
so-
not particularly, but go ahead, give me your roll, because
Alright, let's do it.
unless you do really bad, I don't know if you can fail this.
Cocked. That is, 9.
He rolled a 6.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, barely.
you guys lock in the mud there, and your oiled manly bodies crash into each other and begin rubbing up against each other and all that jazz. We're going there today, folks. And all of a sudden you just see Azrael just lift this like scrawny little elf man up and just like pile drive him into the mud. You just see him hit, and his mud just splashes up and hits. He gets all over Azrael. This Rogar is covered in it. He kind of stands up. And I'll need another athletics roll from you, Azrael. It's the
Let's
best out
go.
of 3.
Let's
Ooh.
go. That is a 23.
Well, he rolled another 6. So, once
Nice.
again, Azrael, he goes to like grab your leg, and you just pick him up again, and just hoist him up, and just flip him over your back, and you just see him hit the mud and splash all up there. And Nat pulls her legs back as mud almost got on whatever outfit they gave her for today. I don't know, like a sundress and a hat or something. Despite there
go.
being no sun or anything
Beautiful.
that would warrant it. And the final, actually, it was best 2 out of 3. So,
Okay.
as the what's his face Rogar hits the mud hard, you kind of see he's a bit dazed and confused, and as you just pick him up and just drag him out of the mud and toss him up on the side.
Perfect.
Azrael has won the competition and will advance to the next round. Prince of Farin, you will be
Next round.
next.
We'll shake myself off and walk back over to the group.
Oh boy.
Prince of Farin, you're going up against Pat Jam, the human blacksmith.
Ooh.
And this guy is pretty ripped and pretty big.
You get the buff man.
I will kind of like walk over to like towards, because like a circle, right?
Yeah, it's a mud circle.
A muddy sumo ring.
Just see
Okay,
Pat
yeah.
Jam jump right into it and get all covered in mud. He kind of takes it and
Ugh.
brushes it up on his chest.
Ugh.
I am going to float on top of this mud.
Can't get a little bit dirty there, Flyboy.
I would rather not do that if I could help it. I do not
Well-
like mud. as
Well,
much
I'm
as
about
you
to get
do.
you a little dirty then, because back where I come from, this type of mud wrestling is what we do on the weekends.
Sounds like a very boring thing.
I see.
Fun,
Well,
you
that
take
must
that
be
time.
very interesting for you.
All right, Prince Safarin, what? Do you want to just do the straight athletics rolls, or do you have anything that you would like to do?
Actually, I guess I would try to do this one thing. Does he have... I'll have him make a Constitution saving throw.
I rolled a 2, and he's got a +4, so 6.
Alright, well, I've
That's
cast...
the third 6 these guys have gotten. Wow.
I've cast
Yeah.
Levitate on him.
All right, he's levitating.
And then I'll
You
use
see
my
him- you just see him-
telekinesis to just push him out of the ring 3 times. I'll pull him back and push him out of the ring 3
You
times.
see this guy just go like this. 1, 2, 3, and the final time you just let him go and he just stumbles back
Yeah.
against the ground.
And then I will float back over to where I was standing before.
Under no surprise, the prince has won the competition and has
Of
advanced
course.
to the next round.
Yeah.
Well played.
Well
well
played.
played.
Well played, Prince. Well played.
Darby,
Yes.
Oh boy. All
I
right.
popped
You
the
will
whole
be going
levitate
up
for that, but it's worth it.
let's see who you'll be going up
That
against.
was with
Here's another-
style.
Just
One in style.
Oh, I should eliminate Pat Jam real quick from the competition. Reroll. Ah, you're going up against Galio Hersham, the Sylvanian halfling. So, like the dwarf, this little short guy, hops into the
Oh.
thing and it comes up pretty far. Well, may the best man win. Yeah, you're not gonna do any of that funny business that your friend did there. That was kind of horse pucky, if you ask me.
No, I'm a little bit more honorable, and I'll go for a handshake.
yeah,
Take your hand.
yes.
He takes the handshake.
Yeah. Yeah,
He is
of course.
hexed, and I am hexing him on strength. So a
All
Joker
right,
card
that-
just like starts flying around him, laughing at him as we're doing this.
So it's what is the hex on him again? It's like a
It's
minus
on
4.
yeah, it's
or
on
min-
strength, so he has disadvantage on all strength ability checks,
All
That's
right.
amazing.
Give me strength roll there, Darby.
which
Let's
I
do
need
it.
because I have a flat 10.
Well, I
as my
rolled an
strength roll.
18 and a 3, and he has a -2, so a
Oh,
1.
nice. He won. I natural 20 for a 20.
Yeah.
Killer.
All right, so because you net 20, I'll just give you the win here. So he goes,
Nice.
he goes to grab you, and he hits onto you, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so feeble right now. What has happened to me?" And you just see Darby just pick him up, and just yeet him like across the room, and you see him go flying. It's like when they like throw people, like they do those competitions or whatever,
Yeah.
and you just kind of see that he just goes hurling and just hits the ground, and he begins rolling amongst the bioluminescent grass, and everyone's just like, did Darby just do that?
Well, strength comes in.
Here.
Strength is not
Here,
purely
here.
in muscle size. And then I will
It's
get
all about
out.
leverage.
Yeah, and I will start casting prestidigitation on myself religiously to clean myself off.
Darby has advanced to the next round. We will now go have our final few go between Caliban and Ambrose Potter. And then those two will go, and I will determine who wins there. Ooh, Ambrose won, so Caliban is out.
Nice.
So that leaves Ambrose. I think he's the only one of the
Non-group.
Yeah.
not you guys
'Cause
who
there was 6 of
won.
them. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
And Ruma got the bye.
and Ruma got the
And
bye.
we all won our
So-
rounds, including Sentinel.
All right, I'll have Sentinel and Ruma go up against each other.
Oh, that would be such a fun one to watch.
Ooh, I'm
This
not
should be
rolling
going
good
toe to
tonight,
toe.
guys. I rolled both 8s for them. Who is the higher strength mod or athletics mod?
Ooh,
That
I don't
might
know.
actually be Sentinel.
I want to double check
You
here.
have to go
I
pull
don't
up the.
have their stuff.
You have to.
I'm
pulling
pulling
up
it
my
up.
campaign right now. I know Ruma's more. I don't think he's as heavy on strength. Heavier on con. Ruma's got a straight up 20, and Sentinel has an 18.
All right, so after a firm battle where the two of them have locked heads and are fighting with each other, Ruma just manages to get the extra edge and tips Sentinel over, and due to Sentinel's immense size and kind of circular shape, he kind of just hits the ground, and then Ruma kind of pushes him up out of the ring, and he is declared the winner and has advanced.
For Sentinel's pride, can we say it goes 1 and then 1 and then
It's
Ruma?
a
Yeah.
2-1 win.
It's
Yeah,
the-
it's a 2-1. They each get their licks in for that
Yeah,
one.
Ruma
With
just happens to get
just
that
coming-
last good stretch.
It's a Thor Hulk situation.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right then. So the last 4 are Ambrose, Prince of Farin, Azrael, and Darby.
Ooh.
I want you guys to roll me a d4 and tell me what you get.
Ooh, D4.
Fun.
Get all the dice in today.
Yeah. 2.
1.
Ooh.
All right. So I have 3 2s. So Azrael, who would you like to go up against?
Who are my choices? Everybody in the party?
Darby, Prince of Farin, or Ambrose Potter?
I'm gonna take Ambrose Potter.
Of course you will.
Okay, so it'll be Prince of Farin versus Darby then. So we'll do so Azrael, I would like to have Azrael and Ambrose step into the ring for the
Step back
best
in?
2 out of 3. You see Ambrose step in. He kind of comes up to you. Hey man, I wanted to ask you something real quick. You seem a little old for the contestant, don't you think so?
Just gonna stare at him.
Well,
Not responding.
I'm a little more like in that age range, and you know, she's a
Use
No,
your words,
it-
man.
if I could ask for this one, it would be most appreciated for the date at the end of all of this.
You're asking me to throw my match?
Yes.
I would prefer, and I'm gonna say this louder, I would prefer not to be eaten by a kraken.
Well, wait, do the losers of this get eaten by the Kraken? No, this is just a competition to see who goes on a date with Nat tonight. A private date. She will then decide who gets eaten by the Kraken. Who is eliminated.
Of course.
So see, no harm or foul. No one's getting eaten.
He literally just said if the winners of this get to go on a date with the person who then determines who gets eaten by the kraken. So
Yeah, but you're like old enough to be your grandpa.
I'm literally just gonna go at him.
Yeah, all right. He sees you go for him, so he's gonna
So
go
you just,
for it. Ooh,
like,
okay.
That's a non-natural 20.
He
Oh.
got a 13. So he grabs you grab onto each other, and he gives you a little bit of a run for your money there, Azrael, but you manages to push him out of the ring. Big old splash of mud hits him in the face, gets in his eyes. He's like, "Ah, my eyes!" But he's ready for round 2 after clearing them out. Ooh, 21.
That is a 6.
All right.
Ooh.
So that time, you thought, Azrael, you thought you had him. You thought he's like, all right, this guy's got mud in his eyes. It was a fake. He faked it. And when you go to grab him to throw him out again, he grabs you and he flips you over, and you feel your back smack outside the ring, Azrael.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Ooh.
That is a 23.
A 20 non-natural.
Oh,
Ooh.
scared me for a second. I thought you rolled I rolled
I
a
was
19.
about to ask if you wanted a little bit of extra help too.
So Azrael, you guys lock in. Your fists are kind of together. You're
Oh, can I
fighting
say
up.
that? Can I say that? Like we lock in, and he expects to grab my other hand, and I don't have one, so
No.
it slips out, and
Yeah.
I smash him in the head with my nub. And then
A literal
Yes.
unarmed strike.
You unarmed strike him right in the face, and then when he's
No.
dazed, you just trip him out with your tail, and you see him stumble forward and fall out of the ring. Azrael has won the competition and has moved on. Poor Ambrose gets up.
I will help
Oh.
him up.
Oh.
From being out of town.
Well, thank you, sir. But I'm going to let you know, I'm not going to let this happen again. I will get a date with her.
Best of luck.
All right. And then
Oh, boy.
good old Chris
Battle
Waveson
of
goes, if
Oh,
Prince
what?
Ifarin and Darby would enter the
Oh.
ring, please.
Hmm.
All right, Prince. You want to play this fair, or do you want to actually like go all in on it?
I do not want to get mud on my clothes. I think I will forfeit this match.
Oh.
The Prince has
Make
opted
reference.
to forfeit the match. You do realize you are missing a one-on-one date with the KRAKENACHELORETTE.
I do understand this, but since me and Nat have already slept together, I think it would be fair for Darby to have a chance to spend some time one-on-one.
I would like to say that was not the way he's putting it. Thank you.
In a very literal sense, they've slept
Yeah,
together.
I don't know the other way what you're talking about.
The twist
But
We've
for
spent
the
multiple-
rest of
we've
the
spent multiple
contestants,
times.
you know,
We've
you
spent
know.
at least a few nights
Yeah,
sleeping
there's,
together.
yeah, there's been a few nights
Yeah,
with them
you've been in
together.
the same room, but basically the whole voyage.
Yeah, they're
So
quite
just-
acquainted with each other.
I don't want to get mud on my clothes, so I just will forfeit and let Darby
Alright.
take the win.
So we've got
I'll gladly take it.
just 3 of you guys. We got 3 of you guys again. So
Oh yeah, because it'd be Ruma, me, and Arthur. Or Azrael.
we have determined that it is going to be a 3-way duel between you. So you will
Oh.
all enter the ring at one time.
Alright.
Okay.
Want to take out the big man first, Azrael? Because we're not beating him.
I'd love to.
Great.
All right, you guys. So give me your rolls and then let me know what they are and add them together.
Okay.
That's so funny.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
24.
That's a 15.
So Ruma, in all of his amazing strength, rolled a 2. So Ruma just is standing in the mud, and he just looks at you guys. He's like, "I really don't want to do this," and you just like he lets you pick him up and just toss him out of the ring.
Alright. Now the better question. I asked it to the prince, I'm gonna ask it to you. You want to play fair, or you want to go all in?
Give me what you got, Darby.
Alright. Sorry, not sorry. I'm gonna need a wisdom save.
Okay.
Of 16.
That is an 18.
Ooh!
Oh.
Congratulations, you are not paralyzed.
Huzzah.
The Jack of Chains unfortunately breaks as soon as it hits, and I will go to
So
actual.
because that failed,
Yeah.
Azrael, you would get a free roll, which will automatically beat Brendan's roll
Yeah.
because he didn't
Ooh,
make one. So you will have
sweet.
1 win on you.
All right. So yeah, that's 10.
So you go to cast this spell, Darby, and you just see Azrael like dive at you, just tackle you into the mud, and then just lop you out of the ring with your
You see,
spade.
being a tiefling, you've kind of seen me more at a distance or more
Yeah.
finesse. Being in the mud here, this is savage Azrael. You see like the sharpened teeth, you see the horns, like just like dive
Yeah.
at you.
Okay. Yeah.
Remind me to never be on your bad side. Alright.
All right. Phase 2.
I will have Spades sprinkle me with some extra luck and have him cast these or do the assist action on me.
Well, oh, I don't. I was to say, never mind.
I will not. I'm not allowing the assist action here because
Okay.
this is a one-on-one duel.
I can't have Spades fly in and help and push Azrael
No.
A
down. Okay.
13.
No, you cannot.
I'm gonna take the pistol I smuggled between my cheeks out.
Actually, I won't lie. I was waiting for you to shoot someone, and I was going to allow it.
I was thinking about like, oh wait, no, I've only got the loincloth, and I was just having to pull out my pistol and shoot Darby.
I was waiting for you to have snuck it in and be like, I'm going to pull my pistol out and shoot this guy.
I rolled the 16.
I only rolled a 13.
All right, so Darby gets in there, and he has a little bit of revenge, and
little
he's laying
wiry
outside the
snake.
ring.
This little
He-
tiny man.
Jumps up, you see this small twig-like boy come flying at you at rapid speeds, Azrael, and just tackle you to the ground. And as you're wrestling in the mud, spraying up everywhere, getting everyone but Prince Safari soaked with mud because he's flown himself up to the top of
Every
the
time
garden.
mud starts to get close, it just like hits a wall.
You know?
Just puts a wall.
You, Azrael, you are lopped from the ring as well, and it's now a 1-1.
All right.
Unfortunately, I am literally straight rolling.
That is a 17.
Oh, well, a 3.
Oh! So Azrael is able to, Darby, you go for the killing blow, but you used up all your strength on your second attack there, and Azrael knocks your hand away with his nub and just knocks you out of the ring.
I was gonna do something to kind of help you guys out, but I realized that I'll let this go. It said, never mind.
Okay.
And so Darby falls out of the ring, and you hear Chris Waveson go, "We have a winner for the competition. Azrael White has won and will have the honor of dating the KRAKENACHELORETTE tonight. Azrael, how do you feel?"
Like all is as it should be.
Good. You will meet here with Nat at the hour of 5 for dinner and champagne, for it is spoken. And you see Chris melt into water and just drip down this chair and just irrigate the grass.
And of course, the hour of 5.
will never get used to
whatever
that.
is.
Weird.
More fish are just flopping around the
Yeah,
garden.
it's,
No, of course,
it's
yeah.
normal.
Every time he
Every time he does this, the fish die.
And he is a terror on the ecosystem.
Yes. Goodness.
There are showers for you that the attendants lead you to in the bedrooms too, if you'd like to use them.
Perfect. Yes. I will
I do
clean
not
myself
need to.
up.
I will
But I
be
will change
casting
back into my-
prestidigitation all the way there.
Darby doesn't need a shower; he has prestidigitation.
I mean, it basically is a free
So,
show.
honestly, if you don't pick that up as one of your cantrips, you are wasting the most story useful spell that
Yeah.
exists in the game.
Amazing
For sure.
roleplay.
There's never a reason not to have prestidigitation.
Yeah. It's so
It is the-
helpful.
It's the biggest spell you can get at first level.
So you guys have a
Um,
couple hours before this date too, after you get
Yeah.
cleaned up.
I will say that it is good that Arthur got that Azrael has gotten this date, as again, like I stated earlier, it makes the most sense for him to have this one-on-one time, as he is in fact the murderer of her father, and I'm
Thank
sure that
you.
would be something that they would like to
Hmm.
explore on the show.
Of course, of course.
I would
Or-
mention it in your date because that will get the people kind of riled up, but I would not mention the orphan murder. I don't know if everyone knows how bad that is.
Yeah, you bringing it up is not helping the situation very much, Prince Safari.
No, I am sorry. It was something
It's
that you
trying to
said
help.
you wanted to start talking about.
Fair enough.
Anyway, this was fun. It was nice to see everyone throwing themselves as hard as they can at their friends.
It was quite fun to toss a rumor out of the ring, I won't lie.
Yes, yeah, that was.
Yes, it seemed as if you really put your backs into it. That is the
Oh,
material plane uh, euphemism.
Yes, that is
that
the
is
correct
correct.
phrase.
It did not seem that Ruma was trying very hard.
Well, the cameras don't need to know that. Or
Yes.
the
I think
viewers
he's a
don't.
little under the weather.
Mm. The pressure is very different.
Sure.
Where we are.
Yes.
Well then, in that case, I think I am going to get a slice or two of summer. Would you like something to eat?
Sure, surprise me.
All right.
Sure, yeah. I'll take a surprise as well.
I will go to the person who is giving us food and drinks. I will ask for 3 slices of summer, and I will also would like, I don't know, maybe like 3 shots of tomorrow.
All right. They provide this to you.
Cool,
Summer comes
good.
out as this like just mound of shiny dirt that gives off this eminent warmth to everything. Very sweet. And then a shot of tomorrow is a drink that you will taste tomorrow.
Very cool.
I will bring you guys these.
Just to give him an empty shot glass. That's all it is.
I'll be like, I'll hold it up, and I'll be like, to this wonderful competition and a great pirate vacation.
Glad
Good-
you're
good
enjoying
pirate
yourself.
vacation.
It's finally getting good. You should have told me you had planned for us to come here.
I did not. This was not part of the
Yeah,
plan.
this was very much off the script.
And I will eat my slice of summertime.
As
You
will
also
I.
have hot dirt in front of you guys.
Yes, I will try the slice of summer,
Yeah.
wondering if it's even edible.
If to you it's not, you immediately retch it right up as you try to ingest it.
Of course.
Both of you do with your
Yeah.
poor mortal bodies.
Oh boy.
You do not like summer?
I don't think it's edible for us, but I do appreciate the effort, Prince.
I've always been more of a fall person myself.
I don't like fall as much, though it can get pretty blustery if they really take the time at it.
All
Well,
that
more for me.
cinnamon.
Oh, more for you.
You see Sebastian staring at the plate. Mouth.
Just agape.
He might even be staring at the vomit that they
Yeah,
just
yes.
upchucked, wondering if he could have a bite.
I
He's
will
so
take
hungry.
my unfinished plate of summer and hand it to the attendant, staring at Sebastian.
Yes.
As
They
he
just
takes
take-
it away.
He
They
stares
take
at
it and
you.
take it away.
He
It's like
stares-
it's literally like a full piece of summer.
He's
What you
he's
guys
so-
secretly
so
don't know is that
hungry.
a slice of summer equates to about 5,000 of your earthly gold pieces. So you just wasted a ton of money.
He's so hungry. So thirsty.
Poor
Sebastian's not
Sebastian.
allowed to
And he
eat.
wants
He doesn't
to
get to do
sleep.
anything.
Kill me.
Sebastian's epilogue is he's finally gonna just die, like permanently.
He
Like
was
that's
released from his
that.
prison.
He's actually just the BBEG.
Yeah, he's the bad guy in disguise. When you discovered my twist.
He hates
Mm.
he hates the existence he's in so much.
He breaks his shackles to kill Prince Zafaran.
That's probably the move, honestly.
Yeah, for him, it definitely is.
He's had a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah.
Many millennia.
We've been together for quite some time.
So, Azrael, it is time for your one-on-one date with Nat.
All right, I will.
Your snack time. They've laid out a very nice outfit for you to wear for this thing, for the camera.
Fantastic.
Like a doublet and all this other really nice stuff. Probably the nicest clothes you've ever had in your life, sort of thing. Yeah, you were a pretty well-known pirate. You probably had some pretty nice clothes, but that you've had in a long time.
Fair enough. I will don the outfit that they provide and head
I
off to
believe
the
they're
garden.
putting him in those rags.
It's the monkey suit that they make you wear.
Yeah.
So, Azrael, you head out to the garden where the producers have taken every effort to make feel as pristine and romantic as possible. The bioluminescence has dimmed slightly. They've put out a small table and 2 chairs out in the center of the garden with a little fire pit with a prickly, flickering fire that's just bright enough and warm enough that you can feel it when you sit down. Glasses of champagne filled up about a quarter of the way rest upon the table, and a plate of some type of meat. Difficult to say what type of meat it is, considering all the food here has been a little odd, but it waits for you. And Nat waits in the other chair, just kind of tapping her foot, arms crossed, looking around for these stupid barnacle cameras that are all around, watching every one of your every moves. You literally cannot have a thought without the people watching knowing about it.
Oh, of course.
I will walk over to the table, sit down.
Hey, do you want to be called Azriel or Arthur? I don't remember.
Azriel. It's
Hey,
my good
Azriel.
name. Hello, Nat.
Are you having fun?
No, to be quite honest, I am not having fun.
I am also
Mhm.
not having fun. I literally cannot escape these cameras. They're filming me at all times. Doesn't matter where I am. It's at all times. It's weird.
Yeah, that is quite odd. I have not gotten used to it to myself.
You know what also is weird? That
The
you and
co-
I are sitting here right now on a date, and you are old enough to be my dad and knew my dad. And I'm not quite over that fact yet.
Yes.
Or that I'm on this stupid thing. Or that I'm wearing this dress. Or that I just watch a bunch of half-naked men wrestling mud over me. That's gonna burn a toll deep inside my soul for a long time.
Well, use that because we need that energy. But we probably need it for other things. And what Arthur's going to try to do is he's going to try to have a kind of nonchalant, chill conversation with Nat. In the meantime of the conversation, he's going to emphasize different words to see if she picks up the question, do you speak thieves' cant? He's going to be using thieves' cant in his
Ooh.
speech that he's giving to her while talking to her kind of about silly
He
things.
does speak thieves' cant.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to try to use that kind of as a guise to deliver messages to her, asking her if she knows possibly of a way out, of some way to rig the game to where none of our party has to die. And also need thirdly, we need to locate the map piece. Obviously, I think thieves can't takes 9 times longer to say
It's like
than
3 or
normal
9 times
speech.
longer.
So I think that's probably as much as I'll be able to communicate to her, but that's kind of with the gist of what I'm trying to tell her.
All right. So in the guise of making this easier, Nat will communicate this in normal speak, but everyone will imagine that this is in some crazy coded message between the two of them. Well, I haven't quite found a way out, but I have noticed a few things. First, all my attendants arrive in the morning and leave at night, and I am left completely alone in my room. So I don't think they stick around.
Good to know. Good to know.
Two,
So, night.
they wear this pendant around their neck, and they all have it. And I noticed it. I tried to swipe one, but I wasn't able to.
Okay.
Other than that, that's all I've seen. I'm pretty much stuck
Dang.
in my room until, well, someone comes gets me in the morning.
So can she relay to me like what time they tend to leave her? Like as soon as like they dismiss us, is it what that she's just like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
they I mean they basically let you guys go for the horrible murder fish and led me back to my room. They for some reason decided to help me change and then they left.
To know. Okay. I'll make sure the team knows. I wonder if the amulet they're wearing is either like a safeguard or like a pass to get out. I'll have to
Possible.
investigate some more. Good to know though.
Yeah, I have a rough idea. I assuming they're all out by 9 o'clock our time. I don't really know what time is here, but it feels like that.
Sure. Okay. Good work.
Good work, mud wrestling.
Yeah, that not my proudest moment, but hey, you know what? We're here now, so Just keep picking us. Obviously, you know that.
Well,
but
yeah, of course I'm gonna keep picking you guys. It's kind of a given. Though I don't know who I'm gonna kill tonight. Like, I literally have to pick one of these poor bastards to die. I mean, the first guy was like kind of negligible because he clearly killed a bunch of people and was really creepy. But like, I don't want to send the little halfling guy off to die. That's mean. It's
can't
gonna
help
be a
you there.
stone throw. Well, I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll talk to Chris and see if there's a way I can forego krakening anyone.
Hmm.
Maybe I can just pick all of you as winners.
Not
I
sure
don't
they're gonna allow
know
that to
how
happen,
that
but-
would work.
And try to convince me you're a polygamist.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe if it was a bunch of ladies, I'd be a polygamist. All right. Well, this has been fun. I'm gonna go contemplate which one of you poor bastards is gonna die, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow or at the barnacle ceremony later.
See you then. Thanks for the info.
Yep. And your date ends.
Spectacular. I will head back to the group and relay the information that I received, saying that the attendants seem to leave at night and do not return again until the morning. Nat is left by herself, so if we can figure out a way into her room, we'll kind of regroup at night when we plan to leave. And there's something sketchy about the amulets that the attendants wear. They either could be some sort of like sigil of protection from the Kraken itself, or could be a like key card to get out. We are unsure, but that's as much as Nat could deduce for herself.
Interesting.
And how was the date?
Magical.
Oh,
I can
that is
only assume.
nice. I am glad. Hopefully, you ingratiated yourself with the audience and didn't just talk gibberish for a very long time.
I think I ingratiated myself because the conversation they would have heard would have actually been like coherent conversation. I would just emphasize different words to actually convey a different meaning to Nat. And anybody else who spoke Thieves' Camp who was watching, I suppose. But and then I'm gonna ask
Steve's
Darby.
sitting there like, what the fuck is going on right now?
They're trying to get out of the show.
This is bullshit.
What? This
Does,
is the worst season yet.
Does Darby speak Thieves' Camp?
I do not speak Thieves' Camp.
Okay, all right.
I speak Thieves' Camp.
You do?
No.
I am not a
No.
rogue, and therefore I do not know Thieves' Camp.
Fair enough.
Really? No.
Aren't rogues the only class that gets Thieves' Can't? You have to learn
Which
it another
I still
way.
think it should just be a language.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah,
I know Undercommon, which is like not anywhere close to Thieves' Camp, but the closest thing I would have,
Mm. I am.
unless you want to count Sylvian.
I know another character who could have spoke Thieves' Camp.
Yeah.
yes.
But is
Hopefully
not.
Jamie's watching.
He's watching it. Oh.
Jamie is secretly the biggest fan of the KRAKENACHELORETTE on this material plane, but he'll never let anyone know. It's his
No,
guilty
no,
pleasure.
He's got an interdimensional TV just so he can
Yeah.
tune in.
He did get that experience with the Arcan where he learned a whole bunch of stuff
Yeah,
like
he learned
from
Well,
all over the
technically-
place.
True.
Yeah, learned a little bit of
Jamie
everything in the world.
routinely knows everything that's ever happened
Yeah.
at all times, but then forgets it just as quickly.
His brain doesn't
That's
melt.
no context for what
Yes.
he's saying. He just
Yes.
regurgitates information he learned.
Just randomly while working on a page, it's like, I wonder if Arthur's gonna win this season.
Yeah, but the season of
Season of what?
He
Huh?
goes like, "Don't worry about it. Shut up. Does this hurt?"
Don't worry.
Dr. Watts and Destiny are in this incredibly intense meeting planning this caravan, and he just goes, "I wonder if Arthur's, how the date's going right now on the KRAKENACHELORETTE." And his brother's like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
Kraken actually, there are no krakens in the desert. What are you talking
What are
about?
you talking about?
Don't worry
What's a
about
Uh,
Kraken?
So as you're relaying this, Azriel, your good buddy Chris just materializes again as he does.
Fantastic.
it. Hi,
Chris
welcome
knows
to
these.
It
it.
is
Yeah,
time
now
for the
you're
barnacle ceremony.
Of
If
course
you
it
would
is.
please head to the pool room.
Yep.
I hope I get a
Chris.
barnacle.
Yeah.
I can't help but notice that you don't receive a barnacle. Why aren't you ripped apart by the Kraken during the elimination?
That is a funny joke. And he just continues walking
No, I'm serious. Like, how does the Kraken know who to eliminate?
because they do not have a barnacle.
But you don't either.
Yeah.
I am always a barnacle.
You are always a barnacle? Is it that necklace you're wearing?
No. This was a gift from our queen.
From your queen? Wow. I didn't know you had a queen. That's quite well. Does she, like, is there like a queen-achelorette? And does she give you like a necklace like we receive barnacles?
There is no time for this talk. We must go to the barnacle ceremony.
Well, I'd like to know, and I'll actually stop walking.
I can always introduce you to my aunt later, once we are finished with this thing.
Oh, your aunt is the
Yeah,
queen?
to your aunt?
I have said this.
Does she know you?
You know,
Oh,
I'm sure you have said it. It just the connection wasn't made until now. Well, that's good to know, I guess.
Fair enough.
That
Just
well, yeah, well, there's definitely no way Prince of Pawn's gonna lose. All right.
All right. You guys are. Azrael, do you continue following them or no?
Yes, I guess I would continue to follow them, but I will. Actually, you know what? I know it's a little after the conversation, but can I do an insight check on him saying the whole conversation of like he was given it by the queen, but like was he
Yeah.
being like entirely truthful with that?
Yes. Give it to me at disadvantage due to his
Sure.
how he's formed and his
Yeah.
monotone voice. It's very difficult to tell.
Yeah, I've never met anybody like him before.
Yeah.
So, all right, so this is insight. Okay. That
Insight.
is, I rolled a 19, but I also rolled a 10. So 12. Sorry, 12.
You cannot determine if he's lying or
I was
not.
about to
Fair
say you have a -8. How did that happen?
No.
as we are walking through the ceremony, I will also make mention. I said, like, that is also that my aunt is very treacherous and would probably kill me if given the chance, if she thought she could get away with it.
Oh, fair. Wow. Okay.
You know,
Your
maybe she
aunt
finally
is
found her
incredibly
way.
pleased you are on the show this year.
Yes, I am pleased to be on this show as well. This is a very fun time. I am having a great time.
Wait, I'm going to then begin whispering to Prince of Farn, like, do you think it was your aunt who put you here in hopes that you would lose?
Hmm. I have never been here before. Though this would be a pretty interesting way to do it. It would still make my family dynamics and all are very, very difficult. And everyone tends to jockey for position, with my father being the greatest and all. But yes, now that you have made mention it, this would be a very easy way for her to do this. It'd be very hard for my father to say anything angry, as I wish to be here. So it's not like I'm being kept against my will. It would
Just gonna
be
look
a
at Darby and kind of nod to him and say, I think we're in deeper waters than we thought we were.
Yep. We gotta get out of here.
We are in a political plot. We are in a political plot.
So you guys arrive in the pool room where once again all the glittery barnacles are set up. Nat stands there in a different floofy dress this time that she continues to be paraded around in. And the barnacle ceremony commences. Obviously, she is quick to give all of you guys, the 5 of you, all barnacles to keep you safe.
Maybe we're the top 5 of the quad wrestling. Well, it makes sense.
We were doing pretty well in the thing.
You did. You definitely, the audience believes that you captured her heart since you were basically all in the top, I think, 5 of
Yeah, I think we were the top 5.
competition.
I do have one question for you, DM, and
Yes.
you can tell me. Obviously, you can tell me no. In the limited time in which I have the barnacle in my hand, I don't have an identify spell. Is there anything I can do, like investigation, insight, and to see if this is like if there's some sort of incantation or spell on this, as to why the Kraken knows that it's not going to attack?
You'd need like detect magic or
Okay.
something,
Okay, fair enough.
or you'd need arcane training, which you don't.
Yeah, I definitely do not have. Very true. Okay.
I do not
And
have
then-
detect magic.
Darby, you might be able to, or Prince of Farin might be able to, coming from this world if you want to check.
Nope,
What?
I don't need to check. I know what it is.
That's
I have
Also true.
I don't
I
entirely
would-
know what it is, so I'll
I would have
give
no
a
reason to
shot
check.
at it and see if I can figure something out. But I am kind of going at it with
Darby
the
gets
idea
it.
of I'm probably not gonna know what this is. It's probably just a dumb shell. Oh yeah, it's definitely just a dumb shell. That's a 6.
It's a dumb shell.
Yeah.
Yes, Prince of Fire, and it is a magical item, though.
Yes, I'm aware, but I know that it's the thing that they give that the Krakenarette will give the people. That's as far as I need to
That's
know
all you
what
know.
it is.
That it's a magical
you-
item the Krakenachelorette gives people.
Why would I think any more about that?
True.
Yeah.
True. So, anyways, so Nat begins going through the remaining 6, and she pulls out her barnacle, and she goes, well, I guess I'll go with Ambrose. And young Ambrose is like, oh, she picked me, and he runs up and he grabs the thing, and he kind of gives you the dirty look there, Azrael, as he takes his barnacle.
Hey, look at this. He
Uh,
seems to really want to be here.
The next
I'm
one,
very happy.
Galio, the halfling, gets one, followed by Pat Jam. And once again,
Pat Jam.
followed by Caliban, leaving Yis and Rogar Hammersmack as the final 2. And once again,
Oh,
Nat looks at the
no.
final barnacle and she's like, I'm gonna give it to Yis again. Passes it off to the dwarf, and you just see Rogar kind of staring at everyone as everyone has a barnacle, and he doesn't
I kind
have
of
a
feel
barnacle.
bad because I just embarrassed him at the mud
Yeah.
wrestling.
He kind of looks over at Chris and goes, now, you must understand that I am Rogar Hammersmack, merchant to the stars. Can I buy a barnacle from you? I have a lot of money back on my ship that you sank, and I don't know where it is. But if you tell me where it is, I would gladly take it and give you money. But it doesn't matter, because the Kraken bursts forth from the water and reaches out with its tendrils and grabs poor Rodgar, takes him and begins beating him furiously against the coral railing that separates the pool from the ledge, dragging his flesh across it until it is nothing but a bloody, shredded ribbon. And then as it brings him up, it begins pulling the skin off of him and devouring it like little fleshy Frito flakes before popping the whole body into his mouth. And with a large crunch, Rodgar Hammersmack is, as they say in this industry, Kraken food.
He did the thing where he smashes the thing.
Yes.
On a different note, I mean, if you happen to know where her ship is, I mean, I wouldn't be against finding out. Apparently, there's a lot of money on it. I mean,
This ship is at the bottom of the ocean. On the Krakenachelorette, money is not important, only love.
well, some people would say that money can buy love.
That is a funny joke. Bring this champagne out.
Okay, well,
And they bring the champagne out for you guys.
I
well,
will
guess I'll
take
take
another
one this time.
toast.
You toast again as Nat continues to be scarred by the fact that she has sent now not one, but 2 people to their unfortunate early demise. But I guess she doesn't feel that bad about the first guy. Leaving 10 of you left to continue on with the Krakenachelorette. And because our 2 other members are missing, I think I'm going to call the night a little early so they also don't miss out on this incredibly fun
yeah.
little expedition that we all find ourselves on right now.
Yeah.
So
they gotta be here
everybody-
to play their games.
tune in next week for the third, I guess, episode
Third day
of the Kraken
Krakenachelorette.
Bachelorette, and I would gladly show you a what's going to happen next week on the show. But considering we have not played that session yet, I cannot show that to you. So you're just gonna have to pretend in your mind of what happens, and then see if it comes true.
We need to have more confessionals.
Make
Right,
your
right.
predictions.
Write us in this week. Write us Krakenachelorette fan fiction of all the characters and
Done.
describe what you think the outcome is, and whoever's the closest will win $5 from us.
$5 crispy dollars.
$5 crisp dollars.
I thought you were gonna have the fans write in
Your predictions
they
wanna
are
win?
Or
Yeah,
challenge.
yeah. Write in who you want to win.
Yeah, do that too, right? Because there is an audience participation one too that comes in here. Write in who you want to win. If they're dead by that point, your vote won't count. But write in. Email Brendan at whatever email he has who you want to win that round of the Krakenachelorette.
want to see the Kraken attack Chris.
I
want him
100%
not to have him. I wanted to
so.
be the person to introduce the foil on the planet. He doesn't have a barnacle, and therefore the Kraken devours him.
I'm just letting
That'd be so
everyone
fun.
know I will be reaching out to my various amounts of different fan bases to get them to tell me to win. The
Please, please, I would love if a bunch of random people that don't watch our show just voted for this.
They
for
are
no
going
reason.
to.
What
They
are
are,
you
is
gonna
what's
do?
gonna
Oh,
It'd be
put on the
amazing.
VOD? Oh,
I'm gonna
boy.
figure this out.
Just
I'm gonna
you just see a Twitter post of Matt's like, "Hey, I'm on this KRAKENACHELORETte game show in this game. Please vote for me."
I'll make a poll. It'll be like it's me and then a bunch of other
Me
people
or
you've never
anybody
heard
else.
of.
Bunch of names no one recognizes.